Welcome everybody. I'm here. Yeah, I forgot the sign as usual. I'll change it really quick before everybody freaks out about it. M1ck says goodbye on the show, forgets to change it. It is what it is, guys. Can't remember everything all the time. M1ck will have a hired assistant one day, but for now, he's just waiting to get back to his wife, who will take care of all the making sure he doesn't screw stuff up. I will have the screen up here in just a second, guys. 6 o'clock always comes faster than I expected. So there's your sign. Welcome to M1ck Live. Give me just a minute and I'll have the screen rolling for you guys. No, Matt's Lock Shop, I am not done, sir. We are just beginning here. I'm a little late to the party. I like to make a fashionably late entrance to all things in life. It's part of being Irish, sir. I don't keep time well, I don't say goodbye, but I'm always somebody you can count on. And count on to be about 10 minutes late. I'm just getting ready to flip the screen on for you guys. Maybe about 2 minutes or less. Making my last few preparations as we speak. Had to go grab a couple more things and bring them to the table. We are watching some Carolina Panthers football here, me and Papa Mick. That's what you're hearing in the background. Looks like we're getting our butts handed to us by the Cardinals. But being a Panthers fan's never been easy. We just waited forever to have our own football team, and because we have one now, we pull for them regardless. So we've had a couple decent seasons in my life. We even went to a Super Bowl one time, and from the first play, you knew it was going to be a terrible game. Snapped it right back through the end zone, safety on the first play. The whole thing was downhill from there. That was in the Cam Newton days. Cam is retired, and we got Bryce now. So Bryce is doing well, but he's only got so much talent and so much line. Anyway, let's not talk football too much. Let's talk about locks and all those fun things. Yeah, we're finally. It's about time. We should have been in the end zone 3 times by now. All right, guys. Let me get this thing. Maybe it'll let me swap. I forgot to turn it sideways. So, orientation is switched. Damn it, guys. I guess we're gonna have to go with the long screen you guys don't like unless I switch the screen. So, sorry for that move. My bad. This was a little more rushed than usual for me. I apologize for that. Looks like we're going to be a vertical live screen today, guys. Sorry. We'll go back to horizontal next time. Promise. We'll take care of it next time, guys. My bad. Just noticed as I was getting my camera ready to go that I've still got it set in the vertical. I keep forgetting that you can't switch it midstream. On YouTube, you can switch it in midstream. On Restream, you're stuck at whatever you start with. I screwed up, hit live without switching it to widescreen. My bad, guys. This is just a hangout anyway, so we'll be all right. Panthers just scored for anybody besides me and Papa who care. And I'm about to turn the camera on. Sorry about the horizontal to vertical screen on this one, guys. I screwed up. I hit the wrong button, so we're going to be vertical today. As soon as I get this camera mount to act like it wants to. May have to just hold it with my hand for a minute. Here we go. Let's just do the damn thing. What's going on, guys? M1ck here. A little bit of Sunday chilling. Sorry about the horizontal widescreen not being the way we're going today. Looks like we're gonna have to just go with the standard back in the day phone style like I used to do. Sorry for that. Like I said, it will make it easier for me to control some of the things during the episode because my camera is not turned sideways, so it makes it easier for me to control. I will start using the laptop in the future as well. How is everyone today? I hope everyone's doing good out there in lock sport land. I've been awake way too long for M1ck. I took a little nap because I had to wake up super early today. I did my interview with Lock Picker 1969. I had a good hour, just over an hour conversation with him that you will all be privy to very soon. I don't think it's up yet anyway. It could be. I know he had a busy day planned, restoring some guitars with his family. So he will get that mastered and out to you guys soon. I'll be pushing it all over the place once it's actually released. So for everyone looking forward to the interview, it is awesome. I had a great time doing it. I recommend you guys get up with Lockpicker 1969 soon. My boy Labs, aka Boo Man, he's going next. So at least we got something to look forward to there. I'm excited about seeing his episode. And if you didn't know, many of the past episodes have some really cool people on them, guys. In the early days, he did Lady Locks and Jimmy Longs. He did Red Wanderer. I was talking to him about the dog pack, and I found out many of our dog pack members have already been through the interview process. Broke Picks also did his. He's the one who introduced me to 1969. Thank you for that, Broke. And Broke actually did a shoe on the other foot style episode where he interviews 1969. So I think that's really cool. What's going on, Skip? Let's see who all's in the chat really quick. We got Skip Hambrook, Sensei Skip in the house. What's going on, Skip? We got Delbert in here as well. Let's see who all else we got going on in here. What's going on, Delbert? I mentioned a bunch of you guys today. I had to do a thank you and shout outs part during the interview. If I missed anybody, I really sincerely apologize, guys. Please listen for your name. If I missed you, run me to the wall over it. I will get you put back on the next live and tell everybody that we love each other. But I did have like a 2-page list of people, guys. I went back to the very first days of my Reddit days, pulled all the names of people that have been my day one homies like Scooby. Many of you, I'm not going to go through the list again. That's what the interview's for. But if you're here, chances are I mentioned you at some point in the interview or another. Um, let's see who else is. Oh, we got Wild Billiam coming up on the 22nd as well, he said in the chat. So I'll be looking forward to that one too, Wild Billiam. For anybody who is not aware, I'm glad to see that Billiam is in the chat. Happy birthday, Wild Billiam. I'm glad I got to tell you my face to your screen, at least. But it is Mr. Wild Billiam's birthday, guys. So let's give a big happy birthday to Wild Billiam. He's got some cool Lock Sports swag from his family earlier today that he shared with us. Some really cool shirts and stuff. Happy for you, champ. I also noticed right before I went live that he uploaded a Berserker run video for his birthday. So I'll be watching that when I get off of here, Billiam. Looking forward to seeing that one, sir. Let's see who else we got in here today. We got GQ Man, of course. Key Man, always good to have you, brother. Thank you for jumping in here first and foremost. I tried to schedule this one a little ahead of time, and that is why I was late, because I made it 30 minutes instead of an hour. Probably should have gave myself a little more time. I just don't like to wait forever, guys. Waiting gives me anxiety. I like to just get into it. So the only reason I don't just throw the screen straight on is so I can be a little prepared for you guys and pretend to be somewhat professional about this. We have Zoe the cat as well. What's up, Zoe? Glad to see you here, sir. We've got Matt's Lock Shop, who was earlier afraid that he missed the whole stream. Don't worry, Matt. I'm just an Irishman. My time is always a little bit behind everybody else's. So we don't do well with time, punctuality, or saying goodbye. An Irish goodbye just means I walk straight through the door, or say, see you when I see you, or don't tell you at all. And then a year or two later, we see each other again, and I'm happy I never said goodbye. You'll get a big, warm welcome hello from me, but goodbyes always hurt, guys, and I always plan on seeing you again, so I don't like to do see goodbye so much as see you later. Goodbye is so final. Let's see who else we got here. When Matt's Lock Shop says he just impressioned smoked a warded padlock key. That's pretty cool, Matt. I have not made a warded key before or any other keys yet, but I'm looking forward to getting into key cutting, making, and impressioning one of these days. Maybe I'll even get to do a little locksmithing if I'm lucky. As a mechanic, I think if I adapt my mobile mechanics and learn a little bit more about immobilizers and key programming and cutting, that I can at least do a really decent lockout business, because I already know how to break into a car, guys. I've had to do it many years. I can do it with a coat hanger and a lot of other things. I would like to get that multi-pick set that cost about 60 bucks. That is a really nice kit, guys. We had one fairly similar in a couple of the garages I worked in. If you've got the little wedge pump and a decent arm to fish around with, that's pretty much all you need, guys. And while the really fancy arms are nice, I gotta be honest with you, if you're trying to save money, just gotta tell you, man, go over to Sparrows. Sparrows sells the little pump wedge thing. It's got the good little structure in it with some extra plastic to keep it hard on the edges so you can slide it in there right. So it's not the same as the one that goes around your arm. You can get ghetto and use the one for a blood pressure monitor in a bind, guys, but the ones that they make for cars have a little extra rim in them that make them a little more rigid. And the Sparrows one has that, from what I'm told. I think Wild Billiam just told me the other day he keeps one in his truck. But I know that they're not super expensive, and if you can get that wedge in there and pump it up, you can use a coat hanger or a stick in a lot of cases. I literally had to do a stick one time, guys. One of my people, I was crashing on their couch. I had a car, but not a place at the time. I was crashing at a friend's. I slept on the couch. When I woke up, the youngest of the three sons, little hellraisers, love them all. I was a young man once, that kind of age young man. I'm still pretty young. But anyway, little dude I'm talking about was about 5. And he just had that grin where I knew he was up to something, had already done something. So I was like, what is it? Why are you looking at me like that? I locked your keys in your car, Uncle Craig. Awesome, dude. So I went outside to check it out. He did indeed have the keys, play around with some stuff, and I guess he decided to leave them on the floorboard of all places before closing the door while locked. Fortunately for me, it was the warm parts of the year, and I had a crack in the window about this big, maybe a little smaller. At any rate, I was able to find a decent stick in the yard and wedge the window open a little more with another stick. And I fished this stick through the window, got it hooked around my little key ring, and pulled it up out of there. Done deal. It only took like a half hour. It was kind of funny to me. His mom was afraid we were going to have to call a locksmith. I said, "Oh no, we don't pay money for this kind of thing where I'm from, honey. I'm a mechanic. I can break into my own car. Don't you worry." Anyway, that's just a little older story, but like I said, Multi-Pick's got a really good set. It's only $60. If you're trying to save a little money, just get the Sparrows wedge pump, guys. All you really need is the wedge. You can use a coat hanger or a stick or something if you're in a bind. There's a lot of other cool stuff in the Multi-Pick one. It's even got one of those little noose lassos where you can pull the old school little pull-up style, like an old GM Oldsmobile or something. Some of you guys are probably not old enough to even remember those. When I was a kid, everything had an ashtray in it. Everything had windows you had to roll down still. And back in those days, most of the car locks were just a little, like a little mushroom tipped little prong that stick up. You can pull it up or push it down. It was simple. I guess that's why they quit making them that way, because they're easy to break into. But anyway, let's see who else is in the chat. Um, I'm just going to be picking around with you guys and hanging out today. Obviously, there's no lock mail. It was Sunday. Like a fool, I still had Papa Mick stop at the mailbox because I was thinking it was Monday for like half the day. So I still checked the mail, even though there's no reason whatsoever to do so. But that's just part of being a little off, guys. So keeping weird hours, you'll lose track of what day it is sometimes. And that's what happened to me. Anyway, so we got Dave Jones. AI picture. Well, Dave, it's not an AI picture anymore. It's an actual Mick. But you're right, sir. The main logo on my channel is an AI made picture. One of my friends took a lot of time to make that picture. It would have been cool if somebody drew it up, but that's just not how things are done these days. Uh, it's a handy thing to do, especially when you're just making a logo for your Lock Sport channel. And if you want to hand draw some dope stuff up for Mountain Mick, I will commend you on that, sir. Make me some cool art, and I will change the logo altogether. Certainly will. because I do not like Skynet technology and that type of thing. Not a big fan of the AI movement. So if you want to have me help promote an actual artist, redraw the M1ck symbol up there, guys. Make it pretty, and I might decide to just snatch it up and use it for a while. I will, however, be keeping my classic AI logo on the patch Mr. Happy sent me, and I'll probably send that one out to a bunch of people too. But just saying, if you're feeling extra artsy and you want to go that extra mile, draw up a M1ck picture, put some shamrocks and some locks in it. I'll put it on here, show it to everybody, and try to make you pretend famous as I am. Let's see what else we got going on here. We got Delbert and Skip, of course. Am I sober? That's a good question, TD Rot. Yes, I am sober. Sober in the most dry of ways that I am possible. I would like to smoke some ganja here in a little while. I don't drink. I am slightly medicated to keep me from relapsing into things that are much worse for me. So, you asked, I'll tell you. Yeah, I'm sober, buddy. As sober as I can be without totally having a mental breakdown. So, I'm not intoxicated, if that's what you mean, nor am I on any illegal street drugs or alcohol. So, sober is a relative term. Right, Skip? Who are you asking? There's a lot of gray areas to sober. Are you sober, sir? Or ma'am? Have you been drinking today? Doing a little bit of the devil's dandruff? M1ck doesn't judge, guys. Do whatever you want, but don't hurt people and don't steal from people. As long as you stick to that, you're only hurting yourself. And while I don't promote doing that either, I guess, it's your life. Blink twice if the government is reading my mind. I don't think they have to read my mind anymore, TT Rot. I'm pretty sure the government just watches my live stream, monitors all my internet, my mail, all that stuff. I don't know. I don't even wear the tinfoil hat. There's no point. They will find you. But if you don't break the law, then it doesn't really matter. So, I'm not doing anything anybody cares about. The FBI could be sitting in my front yard right now, and I would walk out and ask them if they want some sweet tea. Let's see. We got Dean P in the house. What's up, Dean P? Nice to see you here today. Wild Billiam never done a lockout on a car, but he does have the kit with him to help a house lockout, but that's it. Maybe it wasn't you then, Billiam. Somebody on Facebook just showed me their pump the other day. I thought it was you, sir. My apologies. Yes, the coat hangers do bend a lot. I agree with you there, Dean. You're gonna have one of the strong ones. Some of the newer coat hangers just aren't made like the old ones. The old ones are thicker gauge. They don't bend as bad. They're a little harder to get opened up because of that, but they'll usually hang in there. You can also use those little crappy hanger wires that they use in construction all over the place, but they're pretty short. Uh, I'd recommend just dropping the dime to get the good stuff, guys. That telescoping type or like the one from M1ck, they're not going to cost you that much, guys. And I'm sure that you can be resourceful and build something yourself. Exactly, Skip. A wire coat hanger's the way to go for all us ghetto boys. My man Skip knows how the Florida boys Jimmy. For the handle to engage the hanger, it bends too much. Oh, well, that's just the thing, Dean. We're not going for the handle. We're going for the keys, the button that unlocks it, or the little thing that you can pull up on. If you're actually going to slim jim a door, I don't see you doing it well with a coat hanger anyway. You're going to scratch the hell out of something. So, yeah, I wouldn't recommend doing it that way. A coat hanger, like in the movies where they do it slim jim, pop the lock style. No, that's for the movies, guys. You'll tear the hell out of something if you try that one. I was talking about fishing it through the window to hit the unlock button or grab the keys. That's what I did with mine. I just used the hook part to fish the keys through the window. It's a lot easier if you can hit a button or the keys, guys, or if there's a key fob on it, just press the unlock button on it if you can get to it. So there's a lot of ways to get one open. Some of them you can even, trick them in other ways, but I'm not going to get into that because I don't want to educate car thieves accidentally. I don't think any of you guys are nefarious of that way, but when we're live, I don't know who it is watching, guys. So I try to be more careful about the information we pass along, kind of the code. Anyway, BrettSucks.com.org.uk is with us today. Brett, he says if it's deadlocked, which most modern cars are, then you ain't getting in unless you pick it. That's true, Brett. You're not going to just Jimmy pop one with a Slim Jim these days. I totally agree with you, sir. You're better off getting a good set of jigglers and trying to actually jiggle pick the keyway into submission. Otherwise, I would recommend doing as I said and bypassing the entire thing through the window or the A-frame. Yeah, the hanger thing. You're right, Skip. It's it can be done, but it has to be done the way I'm talking about. You're either going to be pressing a button or fishing the keys out. You're not going to Slim Jim it with a hanger anymore. This isn't 1975. If it was, people would be riding off with your car anyway. Also, if you're an idiot and think that breaking into somebody else's car will get you a auto car theft, anything but a charge, you better have a whole lot more than a coat hanger, because these days, guys, there's immobilizer technology in the ignition, GPS on the car, and a lot of other problems you're going to have to overcome. So just getting in the car is only part of the battle. Getting it to start and run and continue running and not be trackable are all separate issues. So I do not recommend going into car thievery. I'm just talking about getting poor little old soccer moms into their cars so they can leave the grocery store with their kids, guys. That's what you're supposed to be doing with this knowledge. Helping people. The best thing to do is call a real locksmith, all right? Real locksmith is not going to damage something. They're insured. If something happens with the car and you set off an airbag or something horrible, now you're out a bunch of money. You got to pay a mechanic like this guy to fix it. Everybody's going to be sad. You don't want to get into that situation. So jumping somebody off is one thing, but breaking into people's cars for them is just like breaking into houses, guys. Let a locksmith that's a pro do it. You don't even know for sure it's their car in a lot of cases, so I wouldn't recommend going that road. Anyway, moving on. Yes, GK Man is also correct. Most cars are now shielded against Slim Jims, guys. It's just not built. The panel itself is not built to be fished around in. A window is going to fit down in there. And it's, I put together these doors all the time, guys. I have to put in power window motors and regulators. The regulator is that big framey shaped thing that holds the window in and makes it slide up and down with the motor. By the time on, say, even a big Firebird door, that you get that huge window and regulator and motor down in there, there's not room for anything else, guys, much less a coat hanger. So anyway, of course the window will be up, but that's still not going to help you very much. Like I said, I'm agreeing with Brett here. Your best bet is the key itself or the keyway. And if you're not good enough to get the keyway of a car open, you probably shouldn't be messing around with it in the first place. Yes, there are still a lot of old cars floating about in America, Brett. But I would say Cuba is the place that you're going to need the skills we're talking about, because that's the only place I know about close enough to care. There's probably some Asian countries that are similar or third world areas, but Cuba is one of the places where, because of the embargoes and whatnot, they've still got a bunch of old 50s models cars that they've put together with nothing but ingenuity. And you might be able to get into some stuff down there, but you'll probably also get shot by a cartel for trying to steal cars. So, and you're going to have to go to Cuba. So, again, I don't recommend any of that. And yes, as Skip and Brett are pointing out, most of them have a transponder chip that is in there So if you pick the ignition and try to start it, it's not going to work. The reason that little chip is in an old GM key, guys, is because it is a resistor. The resistor changes an electrical flow in the ignition system to tell the security system the right key is in the ignition. You can bypass that through some hot wiring, a resistor in, but then you better be a mechanic like me and know what you're doing with wiring a little bit. And that song car is 20 years old, guys. The car has now got laser cut keys and immobilizers that can tell if the car has been moved, if anything happened to jar the door. They got motion sensors. It'll shut down and go into alert mode, and then the only way you'll be able to get it to unlock the steering wheel or crank the ignition is through a bunch of fancy stuff with the key and the unlock button in the right sequence and the ignition turned as well. So yeah, it's definitely not an easy thing to do anymore, guys. You're gonna need, laptop technology, a flipper, and all kinds of stuff to do that kind of stuff. Again, I don't recommend it. If you're smart enough to do everything I'm talking about, you should just be an auto locksmith and make money doing it. That way you won't go to prison and you can enjoy doing it for people and helping them out and making a nice check on the way. So yeah, Skip, push button start cars make it even more difficult because you can't really pick a button. Now there are ways to use the radio frequency signal like an RF signal to start some of those, but again, there's a lot of security implications that go into backdoor and making sure in the programming that it's not just something like that. It can recognize when there's the right key frequency, when there's a body in the car, and all kinds of things. Some of the new cars have thermal scanners and weight sensors in the seats. So it'll literally tell you the heartbeat of a person trying to steal your car. I'm not making that up. Anyway, I'm going to flip the old camera around here and get set up. Pick around on some locks and talk to you guys. Glad we had this little discussion about car entry, guys. I'm always interested to talk about that stuff. Um, Being a mechanic, I do know quite a bit about that type of thing, and being a picker of locks, I know enough about that too to combine the two skills. But I've also know enough about the law to tell you that if you are smart enough to do all those things, you should do them for good reasons and make money doing it. I mean, it's always better money when it's clean money, guys. You can go make dirty money, but when it catches up, they're going to send you away. You're not going to play with fun toys, and the people you love aren't going to see you for a long time. So don't do dumb stuff. M1ck does not promote breaking the law or doing dumb things, okay? Let's get the camera flipped around and have us a good time picking some locks, guys. Oops, that's the wrong button. Sorry, I'm still learning my own stuff as we go. I only pretend to know what I'm doing out here. Let's see if I can get this thing aimed in a way that is good for everybody. Sorry again, guys, about the old horizontal view not being it today. I meant to have it horizontal as I usually have been doing, but I forgot to switch it over in Restream. YouTube will let you change it on the fly in mid video. Restream will not. So once I hit the go button, I was married to this view from then on. So that's what we're going to have to do, unfortunately, guys. Give me 1 second to get this thing adjusted the way I want it. And then we shall continue. Let's get you set up a little bit better here. All right, I think that's going to work for us, guys. Is that good for everybody? Does anybody have any last minute, hey Mick, no, do it this way? Because everybody's an expert. I don't mind hearing a little advice, but I can only do so much with what I got, guys. We'll go to the laptop technology one of these days and do it that way forever. The laptop just doesn't make it easy to do some of these things because then I'm kind of stuck doing it in one view. The webcam isn't set up well for doing it a different way. Yes, I know, Brett. That's what I'm talking about. Portrait mode is not the way I wanted to do it. I would have had to crash the whole stream to restart it, though, Brett. Sucks. That's the thing. When people are already crying about the show not starting and hanging out in the chat, dumping the whole stream and starting it over doesn't make any of them happier and want to come back. Turns out. So I figured we would just settle for this for the one time, and maybe I wouldn't get crucified for it. You can still crucify for it in the comments if you would like. Brett sucks. It's okay. I take a lot of BS throughout the day. I don't mind. A good heckling's part of life. What's going on, Labs? Just doing a little hanging out, watching my Carolina Panthers lose. Nightmare, it's okay. I only recently even tried the horizontal stream. A lot of people do live vertical anyway because that's the way people find it, flipping through their phones. But most of my viewers, it turns out, are sitting around with a actual computer, or they're smart enough to turn their phone 90 degrees. And because of that, many of them prefer the widescreen. I can see Mick doing his thing better version. I can't blame him for that. I will try to get back to that next time, guys. Like I said, this is just an impromptu hangout, as it is. When I've got careful planning and hours of preparation ahead of me and tell you guys a whole day ahead of time, then I will be a little more up to being criticized. But when I just jump in the house and last minute decide to do it, this is what you're going to deal with. Sorry. I appreciate you guys. Appreciate everybody supporting me in the vertical non-horizontal mode. At least I'm going to give you the over-the-shoulder view that you like, guys. I'm not going to make you look at my ugly face all day. So, thanks for showing up, everybody. What's up, Yin Yet? Thank you, sir. I try to do my best, sir. I at least do put a little scenery around here and bring out my Ninja Turtle and my Mr. Happy and all the little guys to hang out while we pick. All right. The Panthers are slowly trying to come back to this game. There's not time, but at least they're making a better late than never effort on the game, guys. So we'll give them a little credit. They're still going to lose, but they get the "You Tried" sticker for the day for not giving all the way up. There we go. Starting to wonder what was going on in there. I haven't picked too much today, guys. But if I did, that would make it too prepared. Got to come in here realistically. So, naturally, I'll be blowing my way through some warm-up blocks while we talk and hang out. I think for the day's harder lock, I'll let you guys decide. I've got two locks that I'm willing to pick on camera today. Neither of them will be a pack lock nightmare of 7-pin style because I'm putting that off until later tonight. I like to do my pack lock picking in the middle of the night. But I will let you choose. We'll see what the audience thinks. You can think about it while we're picking the easy ones. Here is a pack lock 100A that I have not even touched yet. All right, it was sent to me by my buddy Seahorn. Shout out to Seahorn. He got two of these accidentally. He sent me one brand new in the package. It is the 6-pin version of the 90A Pro, basically. It's a 100A. Big old beautiful black lock. And let me go grab it. See, I was rushing around. Didn't even grab the main lock, guys. Alright, so you may have your choice of either the 100A or I'll instead pick around on the S1100. I've been playing with this one a little bit more lately. This is the one I'd recommend, guys, but I don't promise an open on either. I've yet to open either. And that's the point of saving them for later and making it the hard block of the day. I've decided for live streams, it only makes sense to stop picking the easy stuff all the time. Use those for warm-ups, and then use the hard one at the end of the video and see if I can get one open here and there. And maybe occasionally I will get lucky, have my skill up, and pop one like I did the other night. Ugh. Sorry guys, had to blow my nose really quick. Lots of sinus stuff going on here. Yes, Labs, it is a microwave. It's not my microwave, but it is a microwave. Brett sucks. I have not broke out the Yale Euro yet. I do have it close in the room. I suppose I could go grab it at some point and maybe try it out. I've got us propped against the vise a little bit right now, but I'll be happy to do that one. I'll definitely do it soon. Yes, Skip, there is always lag, sir. When you do restream, you're piping your signal through a whole extra third-party server, so there's going to be lag, sir. This is the internet. The lag is not on my end. I have high-speed Spectrum internet, but even if I were to do YouTube live straight up, you would still get about a 4 or 5 second lag. There's just no way around it without you sitting here with me. And I've probably got a very decent lag on this, guys. I think if I turn the volume up and show you where my lag really is, you will be shocked. It's just now showing me start to pick this lock on my version of what I'm looking at, guys. So, yeah, that's how far behind I am on the lag. Yes, Skip, the master has lag because it's being piped through Restream. Did you not listen, sir? It's a master signal that goes through a whole nother website and then out to you. So, it's jumping from program to program before it even sends the signal out to you guys. How do you expect no lag to occur when there's a middleman in the program? I'm not trying to be irritated here. I'm just telling you. There's literally no way to get rid of the lag. Yeah, exactly. Watch. I'm going to show you guys. Here, I'll turn up the volume on mine and show you where I'm at. It's jumping from program to program before it even sends the signal out to you guys. How do you expect no lag to occur when there's a middleman in the program? I'm not trying to be irritated here. I'm just telling you. So as you can see, it is not just you. Even my monitor lags by that much. That means that everyone receiving this signal is in lag right now, not just you. It is the master, but it's because the master is repiped. When you use Restream, you will have live lag. If you do live TV, you'll have live lag. There's literally no way to avoid at least a little bit of overlap because signal technology has not surpassed that capability. Anyway, let's move on from talking about how crappy the internet is. Exactly, Brett sucks. Live TV purposely has the 15 because of what you're talking about. So they have time to cut it off and shield themselves from anything horrible happening. I guess I technically have that same ability because of the lag that I'm occurring. I would have to shut it down super quick though. And as you know, language and things of that nature are not something I'm going to worry about editing. At any rate, yes, it is difficult. It is annoying for all of us. That is the nature of the beast. So, sorry for the lag. There's literally nothing I can do about it. Alrighty. So, as you guys know, the 250 sub giveaway is currently going on. And I've been in a lull of getting no submissions right now, guys. So, maybe if you're interested in winning the prize, I would suggest that you make some videos and enter them. Otherwise, I'm going to do a wheel drawing of the maybe, let me check. I'll tell you guys just because. How many videos do we have right now? Let's see in my playlist what we got here. View channel, playlist, 250 sub entries. So I've got 20 entries right now. And some of those videos have multiple pops on them. So that means at least Elroy's Toys and a couple other people like Chuck Soup have more than one entry. I know, Ian, yeah, that's what I'm talking about. I was thinking about doing just that, to be honest with you. That's the reason that I have to have Lock Guy hold out his videos if we ever do a race again, because when somebody lays down a fast video, everybody gets scared and stops trying. It's a real shame. Some of you guys still put out a video even knowing that you are not going to get first prize, and I salute all of you for at least still participating. But yeah, I'm not crying about it, guys. I wouldn't care if only one of you submitted something and I gave them. That's exactly the point. That's exactly why we are spinning the wheel, Papa Mick. Because the slowest person can win this time. And that's the whole idea. If you're a super slow picker, this is your time, baby. Make some videos. You have literally all month. So get it in there, and Mountain Mick will get your slow videos uploaded. And you'll be on the wheel just the same as anybody who popped a fast one. And you'll have just an equal chance as they do for every video or lock submission that you add to the pile. So anyway, that's on you guys. It's not a requirement to play the game. Nobody has to participate. Somebody's going to win a really cool prize of either the 44 Delta lock or an engraved 1100. And I can tell there's at least a few people who really want to win that thing. So at any rate, I know we will have a winner because there's already enough entries. So I encourage you to enter some more. You've got, what is today? I don't even know the date, guys. Today's the 14th. So that gives you about 2 weeks, guys. Just over 2 weeks, really. So you got about 2 weeks to get some more in there. Exactly in yet. There's been plenty of chances to enter. If it wasn't for a busy life and trying to be in the middle of a move and the way contest rules work, I would consider doing that yin yet. I might just have gone ahead and drawn today, but because of the recent outburst of people crying about rules in contests to my boy Western Massacre for his lovely contest, which I don't see why anybody would do. If you don't work for YouTube proper, why are you even worried about that stuff? But at any rate, contests have to follow the rules that are initially laid out. That's why it's so important to me that I make all the rules the proper ones as the time of the release of the video and the beginning of the contest, because I'm really not supposed to change anything once we start. So just like I can't change rules and add locks, I can't move up the date that we do the drawing, guys. It will be October 5th that we do the wheel. October 5th at 5 p.m. No matter what's going on in the world at the time, that will be when the wheel spins. We will find us a grand prize winner. Anyway. Alrighty. Yeah, you don't want to know yin yet. It was kind of silly. I'll gloss over it real quick without bringing anybody into it. But basically, long story short, Cheese Grits Western Massacre has a lovely contest going on. Let's talk about that really quick. He's a great guy, a friend of my channel. His channel and my channel are pretty similar timeline of when we started doing this thing. I'm a big fan of his. I love to watch his videos and hang out. I'm actually a mod over there too. He gave me the blue wrench of power like I give some of you guys here, and I always try to have his back. So anyway, me and Cheese Grits talk on the phone outside of Lock Sport. We're actually pretty good buddies. But anyway, he's got a great contest going on right now. He's actually got a couple of giveaways and a contest, is what I should say, because he has a giveaway where all you have to do is like, subscribe, and comment to his 200 sub giveaway video, and that will enter you into the drawing for the giveaway. In the giveaway, he's giving away like a whole set of the beginner set of Jimmy Longs, I believe. I can't remember. You'll have to watch his video to be sure. But I believe it's a full starter set of Jimmys he's giving away. And just giving them away. Just a random, drawing from people who liked the video. Alright. So, besides that, he also is having a contest. Now, the contest is a little more involved, obviously. Exactly, Brett. That's the only rule you really need. No cheating rule. So basically, he's got a contest going besides the giveaway. And I did hear, there we go. Watch. Beautiful. The Quint works really good on these 530s, I've found, guys. It takes a little time, but it will get it open. I'm not the greatest raker in the world either, so you can make it work. So his contest is a challenge lock build, which is really good for the community, guys. I talked about it during my last live too. Basically, if you build a challenge lock and have it added to the challenge lock database of the LPU, really easy to do, and then send it off to somebody. He just wants to see that you did send it to somebody. So I guess he just wants to see a shipping number so he can check to make sure the tracking was actually packaged and sent out. It doesn't have to be picked on camera. It doesn't have to be shown by somebody else picking it. All you got to do is make it and send it to somebody, is what I'm told. So if you do that, you will be entered into the contest part. Now, the contest part, he's got a really big, nice prize package for, guys. It comes with a tool roll like my Jimmy roll you see in the background here. It comes with some, I know at least the gem hooks in 19, which you guys have seen me show off plenty of times, because that's what I've got. And it also comes with all the turners in both sets. He added some turners to make sure that the package had some turners. So it's really a full kit you can use even if you've never picked before. And he even reached out to Jimmy Longs, and Jimmy Longs hooked him up with some extras. So he's got the little notebook that comes with Jimmy Longs to give away, stickers from Jimmy Longs to give away in both. And he also has some of those new sweet little modular Jimmies that he'll be giving away in the prize package for the contest. So a lot of cool Jimmy stuff. He's given away some and got a contest for the other. I think that that's fantastic, guys. Anyway, to make it short, somebody who will remain nameless approached him and got him all upset because they told him that he was violating the standards of practice on YouTube by asking that they like the video as part of their entry, which is BS. We all do that kind of thing. And it never said that you had to participate. You don't have to purchase anything. No purchase necessary contest, blah, blah, etc. And even if it was, who cares? It's a subscriber contest. So you should be liked and subscribed to be in his contest, not some random passerby. But I digress. The point is, Cheese could make the contest rules basically anything he wanted, as long as he sticks to his rules and gives away the prize that is shown. I had to be set up this whole big motorcycle giveaway contest in Florida one time, guys. And Florida is the sue you state. You will get sued if you do things wrong there, guys. So believe me when I tell you, I know what the contest laws there are, and they're pretty strict. So pretty much everything I just told you is all that is important or applies. So whatever this person told him, I would disagree strongly with. I still do. I don't think he needs to change anything. I'm pretty sure he didn't. I'm glad to see that everybody is supporting him the way the community should and just enjoying a fun game of lock sport giveaway. You know what I mean? Me and Cheese Grits talked about this. We're not super famous guys. We're barely pretend famous out here. So I don't think anybody's trying to hunt us down and sue us over giving away less than $100 worth of tools. But, you know, some people just have to feel that kind of way about stuff. And bless them. Maybe it was something I missed. I wasn't privy to the conversation. Maybe it was just some good-natured advice. But in any case, it really upset my boy, and I didn't like it. So I'm happy that his contest is rolling on, and maybe people can just enjoy the fun that we're trying to have together, and not try to pick everything apart. Anyway, I won't dwell on that situation. Hello, Mr. Happy. Mr. Happy has entered the chat a little while ago. I was just still running my mouth about the massacre situation that I wanted to tell you guys happened. Like I said, not a big deal. Already resolved. My man has moved on with his contest in his life, and I'm happy for him to do so. I just think that it's kind of silly that he had to go down having his whole day ruined worrying about that kind of thing. So he's a great guy. I don't know why somebody would get him all upset that way. But that's how the life that we live is, guys. Sometimes you just got to let people do their thing and shrug your shoulders and move on. Rock out with your lockout. What's up, brother? Glad to see you here, Rock Out. Thanks for coming to hang out. We're just doing a little Sunday hangout sesh. Nothing special happening here today, per se. Just a little picking and grinning and talking to friends. Obviously, I didn't get any lock mail today, even though I was silly enough to still check the box. OCD and losing track of the days will do a number on you. So, oh well, I checked a box that there was never a chance would have anything in it. And I'm not ashamed. I do it. It is what it is. But yeah, thanks for dropping by, brother Rockout. I saw a cool video from Rockout with your lockout earlier today, guys. There we go. Brother Rockout had some cool cuff video going on today. If I remember correctly, he was using a half diamond to show a picking his way out of a double lock and shimming his way out of the other one. That was pretty cool. I enjoyed it. Thank you, Rockout, for the always quality entertainment, sir. Do enjoy your channel very much, sir. Yes, exactly, and yet that's exactly what happened. From what I take it and from what I hear. I have no desire to bring up who or how because I do know, but I'm not a name dropper. We try to be classier than that, and maybe it was a misunderstanding. I just didn't like that my boy had to be all upset like that when he was trying to do a really cool, good thing for the community. It's just a bummer. That's why I don't want to dwell on it, because dwelling on bummers gives them, energy and power that they don't deserve. So let's not do that. Let's continue to enjoy popping locks and in each other's company. That's a Master 3. Just wriggled it open with a M1ck. This M1ck rake works pretty good, guys. It's just your standard triple Bogota style triple peak. But it does work pretty solid, guys, like all the M1ck stuff. I'm a big fan. I think I will once the embargo, I call it an embargo. It's not really an embargo. It's actually just a tariff that's causing this issue to where other countries like Australia and Germany are not shipping here right now because they can't seem to figure out who's paying what. And because of it, we're all having to wait a little bit, but it's okay. Oh yes, I would also like to mention that, Yin Yet. Thank you for bringing that up. Dean P did get an awesome package from Rockout, guys. He's got a video where he shows off all the cool stuff he got from Rockout. Rockout made him a really sweet knife, and I admire all of that work you did, Rockout. Dean P really got hooked up. That was a nice package you sent him. And I think everybody who is and isn't into handcuffs yet would agree that those custom wood cuff picks that you make, those things are really, really cool, Rock Out. I'm going to get into Shackleman too. Maybe one day I can commission you to let me get one of those myself. The last time I saw one that cool, I was actually in jail, and it was one of the jailers who was locking up my shackles, buddy. But that one that you've got, that you make, I saw you using the video today, and the one like Dean has, some beautiful, beautiful custom handcuff key, guys. So if you haven't seen Rock Out with Your Lockouts custom handcuff keys, you're missing out, dude. It's not just the itty bitty little key. There we go. Got the brinks open there. It's not just a little key. It's basically like a beautiful wooden crafted stick furniture almost looking piece. And in one side has the back half, which is the circle with the little double lock prong on it. The other side has your standard handcuff key on it, is what it looks like. The little round part. At any rate, yeah, I didn't know Stu had one too yet, but I am not surprised because all the Shackleman guys have cool cuff stuff, and Stu Dini is no different there. He definitely has some really cool looking stuff, and Brother Rockout makes a lot of cool stuff like that. Oh, you traded a Spyderco for that homemade knife? Yeah, I knew that he won the other stuff. He did specify in the video that the knife wasn't part of the giveaway. It was something you guys had worked out. Spydercos are nice knives too. So I'm glad you guys worked that out. I think both of you got a good trade there, Rock. And wow, that was quick. My knife is actually the same one DNP has. That's not the big fancy knife one. I bought this knife after watching an episode of DNP Live. It's just one of those little Ozark Trail Walmart editions. It's an exact clone of a bench made mini bug out. So a mini bug out that looks just like this, works just like this, cost about $160 or something crazy like that. This little joint right here cost me about $9 and some tax money from Walmart. It is bad. I love it. I resharpened the blade edge as soon as I got it home. My dad has one of those really cool Cutco knife kits for the kitchen, and he's got the little V-block sharpener, so I edged it up a little nicer. It did come really sharp, guys, but when I put that Cutco edge on it, it's definitely razor sharp, shaveable now. But I like it because I don't have to use the thumb switch on it. I almost cut my thumb off trying to use that thing, but the little lock back part actually works really good as a trigger almost to just flip it out and flip it back. So I like playing around with it. I think Dean does the same thing with his probably, but I put this little lanyard on it. I'm actually Dean sent me a care package with the DD pick I bought from him, and it had a massive amount of what is it called, paracord. So I've been meaning to take some time and braid myself a cool paracord knot to make a better lanyard to go on this knife, and I will. I might even show a video of it one of these times. But yeah, the orange Walmart Ozark is awesome in yet. They've got a couple of spare ones at my Walmart in yet. Maybe we can figure something out. I saw one when I was in there just the other day. They've got it in the glass case now. I guess too many people are trying to steal them. And yes, Rock Out, I have seen the green handle one. I do like the green handle one. What I really wish is that when Dean told me first about them having a green handle one, it was the day that I bought this orange one, guys. And I said to him, "You mean this green? My favorite lime green color, like a hazmat green, a zombie hazard green, a toxic waste green?" No, sadly, it is more of a forest green. Maybe more like on this Subway cup here or something, guys. It is cool. I do like it. Maybe it's a little drab. I'm not sure, but I wish they had made one that was Kawasaki lime green, guys. I would have went and bought another one or traded this one right back in for that. I've seen some that are that color, but not one of these knives. Anyway, yeah, they're good at making a late cardiac cat move. The cardiac cats, baby. We always come back and almost get back in the game. We're down by 5 with 2 minutes to go. We were 21 points behind. Still gonna lose, but trying hard. We'll give them that. They emptied the top of the display case. Well, that is a bummer. Again, yeah, they're probably getting ready to remodel your Walmart. When I was in West Palm, living in the parking lot of Walmart. Yeah, you heard me right. Living in the parking lot of Walmart. They remodeled the one there by the airport. We got the onside kick. Well, the Panthers got the ball. There's a chance. And yeah, guys. The display case being emptied out usually means that they're probably getting ready to restock the whole place and move some things around, is what I would guess. So they just remodeled mine and finished it and reopened it, grand reopening not too long ago, yet, like a couple weeks ago. So maybe your store is getting ready to do that, but they definitely do have some. Also, for anybody who is not able to read the chat in the future, Mr. Happy has mentioned to us in the chat that multi-pick is still shipping here. It's just like a $30 charge. So yeah, Germany hasn't shut us out, but M1ck has had to quit because he is a smaller company. Multi-pick is big enough to still ship here. It's just expensive. Bare Bones in Australia is currently not shipping here, but I talked to them. Me and Professor were talking to them last night. I would like to mention really quick, Bare Bones over in the dog pack showed us all that they released a new tool roll, guys. It's a really cool one. You should go check it out when you get a chance. It's called the Bone Swag, and it's a big, nice tool roll. It's got a couple of extra pockets and double-sized pockets in it and stuff. I think it was like $15.99 or something. Maybe that's Australian. I'm not sure. I'd have to double check. I've heard M1ck didn't ship to the UK, Brett. That's crazy. I got some friends over there that I'm sure I would love to ship them some M1ck's. And I got lucky. My buddy Professor, Classic Sting, he got me the last Gold Digger set Lockpicker's Bench had. And I got really super lucky and got the last lime green handles in America, I think, guys. And they're in Alaska as it is. And I think our boy Elroy's Toys probably emptied them out of the rest of their stock because Elroy's has got every size and every shape of M1ck's now, as far as I can see. He's got the lime greens on all of his, and I'm happy for him, man. No reason to not be happy for your friends. That massive stash of M1ck's he got is beautiful. He's a hardworking dude that deserves his toys, guys. So Elroy's Toys, he deserves to have his toys, and I think we all do. So M1ck and Lockpicker's Bench will resupply us one of these days. When they do, I'm gonna get a half diamond to the forests. Nobody better buy those for me. You guys don't do that. Let me buy some picks, man. With all due respect, thank you for hooking me up. I'm starting to forget what it's like to buy a pick. You guys gotta let me buy something. But anyway, I am hoping to get a hold of M1ck and see if he will join us. He is a hard man to get a hold of, but I've always heard that about him, and maybe we'll hear from him one of these days. Yeah, I know Brett sucks. It is hard being in the UK when there was a separation from the whole system of money and Brexit. I heard about Brexit, buddy. We didn't forget. So you guys, that's your business. My people are Irish and Northern Irish, Brett. I'll be happy to get on a boat and come hang out with you just any old time. And I won't be coming back if I do. Me and the missus will get a one-way passport ticket to the UK and never return. Not because I don't love America, just because I really want to hang out with you guys over there. I'm a big fan of World Superbike, MotoGP, a lot of the best motorcycle racing, the Isle of Man TT. You guys have all of that right there in your backyard. I got to bootleg it on this phone just to watch it. You know how hard it is to get MotoGP and Superbike without paying two $40 to $50 subscriptions? Hard, guys. Hard. It's not like TV that I've got back here with American football on it. But anyway, I'll quit boring you to death about motorcycle stuff. All I'm trying to say is, yeah, exactly, Brett sucks. Brexit was good for you guys, but not for them. That's okay. You got to do what's in your nation's best interest monetarily, Brett. So you got to do what you can. Man. It is what it is. I'm not going to get into the politics of Brexit, lest I anger any of my Euro friends. But yes, Brexit. I know that the British Empire is not exactly well known for caring what the rest of the world thinks. So continue to do your thing, my British friends. You guys have been a well put together country of civilization for most of the time we have had civilization. So, in spite of how history may look at it, you guys still managed to keep a nice country put together and running pretty decent for the most part. So, I don't think we have any room over here on this side to talk smack right now. We're still having growing pains as a country, and it has gotten really ugly lately. So, let's avoid that whole topic. We're here to talk about fun stuff and locks. And politics bore me, not because I'm not into what's going on in the world, but because it's all the sad stuff you hear about, man. I don't want to hear about all of that too often. Give me about a 20-minute update once or twice every 2 days. And the rest of the time, I watch fun stuff that I actually like. I don't want to watch 10 hours of the same news report. 10 hours of the same news report being told by 15 different people the same story, I'll pass on that. At any rate, I am a fan of following current events, but I don't care for any politicians, guys. None of them. I'm a poor man. They don't care about me. They are all rich. They all cover their own asses. They don't care what happens to me. So I don't care what happens to them except for the part that messes with my day. And that's the part they're not going to fix. So what do you want me to say? My vote doesn't even really count, and we got the audacity to call it a democracy. But anyway, I'm getting back into the political topics that we need to avoid around here. So just know that M1ck is dot unhappy dot American dot needs a vacation in another country.com. Right, Brett? BrettSucks.co.uk.com. I advise you to prepare a spare guest room for M1ck and Mrs. Mick, and I will get M1ck.passport. Leave the country for a while. We need a change or a vacation.com. .us. Neverseen Ireland.com. I'm ready to see Ireland, guys. That's what the real thing is here. I'm just looking for an excuse to go kiss the Blarney Stone and find the Stone of Destiny, see if I'm the true King of Ireland that can reunite us with the Tuatha De Danann, and see if the shiny fairy people really want to rejoin us on the surface. If you don't know what I'm talking about, it's okay. It's all Irish fairy tales and folklore. But anybody in the English and Irish peninsula area of islands could tell you that the fairies are real. They went underground a long time ago. Um, and one day that they're supposed to come back and live in harmony with us. There's a rock in Ireland that supposedly they gave us as a gift when they left. And allegedly, when the proper true king of Ireland comes in contact with that stone, it will cry out and let them know that it's time for them to come live amongst us in peace and harmony again. So, hey, I have been displaced from the country for a while, but it'd be worth a shot. You never know, M1ck could be the future king of Ireland. We could live with fairies around us again, guys. I'll give it a try. I will give it a try. Many people call them aliens. Same kind of thing, guys. But there's a lot of mounds. If you've ever seen History Channel and that type of thing, there's a lot of mounds over there and stuff. And the mounds are where the fairy portals are said to be. There's even times of the daylight and twilight where they're said to still be having their little gatherings. And there is a crossover between worlds where we can hang out with them and party with them for a little bit. If you ever find a circle of mushrooms or stones, that's supposed to be basically a fairy portal. So walk softly and don't upset the fairies. Labs, you know what I'm talking about, brother. I'll have to check that one out, sir. I'm glad you know what I'm talking about, though. That's what's up, brother. These little master number ones really irritate me sometimes, guys. I don't know why a master lock number one has to be such an irritating little lock. That's what this one is, though. Don't let it fool you. This is no number three. This is a master lock number one. And for whatever reason, the master number one puts up a better fight than the number three. Don't know why. I don't think they're actually even supposed to be different inside. I think it's just another M1 keyway with 4 standard pin stacks, but for the life of me, every number one that I've got picks a lot harder than my number threes. If any of you have some insight from M1ck on why a number one is harder than a number three, let me know. I would love to have that little tidbit of master lock knowledge. Leprechauns and pots of gold. Yes, Brett sucks. All of that. That is my people. We still believe in all that, sir. I do anyway. I was raised to believe all those things. Leprechauns are a real thing. Rainbows and fairies and all of that good stuff. My aunt on my mom's side actually used to build fairy gardens for a living. It was a landscaping job, but the whole idea was to make it a fairy garden. And that's a thing that's actually pretty popular among even Americans, it turns out. She was living in Atlanta, Georgia, and Atlanta is a very artsy place, so a lot of people like landscaping and fairy gardens there, and she had a pretty decent business doing that for a while. Shout out to Aunt D. I'm not going to get it with that one. Let's see, let me try a sparrow's pick on this thing. Like I said, I don't show you guys me picking with the sparrows enough lately. I try all these other ones around all the time, and you rarely get to see me use my sparrows anymore. I don't think Uncle Sparrows would be happy about that, so let's give them a little love. And they managed to blow it again, huh? Always do. Bummer. That's what I'm saying. They had the chance and they blew it. That's what the Panthers do. They break my heart for years. Oh, is that what it is, Mr. Happy? That makes sense. Mr. Happy says that the master number one gives me more trouble because it thinks it's number one, so it thinks it's better. Is that what it is, Mr. Happy? It's just a spoiled little lock then, eh? That makes sense. Delbert, what's up, brother? What are you into today, Mr. Raking Raccoon? I'm sitting here letting a simple Master Lock 1 beat up on me. I do have a pile of already open locks over here. That's going pretty well. But I made the mistake of grabbing a Master Lock number 1. And for some reason I can't figure out, they are harder than Master 3s by a pretty good bit. And My man Mr. Happy tells me it's because they're spoiled. They think they're better than the number 3 because they're number 1. I think that could be it. Definitely sounds legit to me, Mr. Happy. Let's try Jimmy Long's pick on this bad boy. And I'm going to switch tension returners because the long horns are great for some jobs, but on master locks I need something a little closer so I can feel all this grit and grime and spongy muddiness. That's right, Delbert. Hashtag woof. Any dogs in the house today? Let's get a hashtag wolf going out there. Where's my dog pack at? Dog pack still open, guys. Let's throw the dog pack is open sign up for everybody. All right, Mr. Door and Lock Tips is here, gentlemen. Mr. Mike Walker, and he says that he is mailing off some picks tonight. I thought you were mailing picks all the time, Mike. Did you just get a new shipment in or something? I wasn't sure either way, sir, but I'm glad to see you here. If anybody has not already got their self a free Peterson pick, let me go ahead and show it while Mike's here. That's my buddy. I try to help him out with his giveaway of all these picks that he's got going on. And I have one of them here that I will show you myself. I'll even go back into opening one of these locks with it real quick just for fun. This is the pick in question, gentlemen. This is a Peterson. It's kind of a deep, this particular one. I think I was told it's a number 4 hook. Couldn't be sure. I'm not a Peterson expert, but it is a nice pick, and I got it for free because my man Mike right there, he is mailing them within the U.S. for free. Yeah, I know, Brett. You live on the UK side, and that's why. I'm sorry for you, sir. If I could mail them out to you, I would find a way. Mr. Happy's funny. If I could find a way to mail them to you, Brett, I would. I have a couple of my guys in the UK who really wish they could get their hands on one of these. I'm sorry that I'm not in charge of that. Yeah, I know you don't hate him for it, Brett. He's doing his best for everybody out there, and we all got love for Mike for that. Thank you, Mike, for hooking us up. Nobody else has ever offered to just send me a free pick for sending them an email. So we got big love for you here. And Mike is also in Carolina, the north side, the only one that I call Carolina, the Kakalaki. And he's also a professional locksmith, guys. So check out his channel and support him some. He's a locksmith, so he's our people. He does this stuff for a living, so I'm sure he's a busy guy. Yeah, Delbert, I know what you mean, brother. I'd love to middleman some of them out. Same thing with the pack locks, brother. I've got about 100 English guys lined up that all want a 90A Pro but can't get one for some reason. I don't know if it's the price of shipping one or what, but apparently a 90A Pro is like gold in the UK. Maybe you can tell me about that, Brett. Why are 90A Pros so popular in the UK, Brett? Is it because it costs like an extra $30 or something? Does it make it just a ridiculously expensive lock to have it shipped from Washington State or wherever over there Pack Lock is? I've got it in my address book, but I know they're out west somewhere, I think. And yes. Yeah, I know. Dorn Lock Tip says that I am correct. He's mailing off every day about 8 picks, so that's good. He's getting a new shipment from his buddy Ken really soon. He's been getting it together. And yeah, I know how that goes. I know how that goes on waiting on people sometimes, Mike. I know that you can't be held responsible for the time that it takes for a busy other guy to send you something. So I get it, my guy. No pressure from me. I was already one of the ones to jump on it super early, as you know.
and I've been more than happy to try and help move some of them along to my good buddies in Locksport and to tell people that they need to give you a shout for one. So, anybody watching this now or in the future, if you're in America and you have an email, get a hold of Door and Lock Tips YouTube channel. Mike will hook you up with one of these Peterson picks. All you have to do is send him an email with your name and your address so he knows how and who to send it to. There's one per household, so shoot him an email. He'll hook you up with a free Peterson pick. It is a pretty good pick, guys, I must say. The Eagles beat the Chiefs. And yeah, guys, so that's what you need to do to get a hold of your Peterson. Um, I actually been keeping it in my everyday carry case, guys. I don't know if I showed you guys this, but I'll show you really quick again for anybody who's missed it. As you can see over there, I have recently got slim cloaks on all my Reapers. So I've been leaving them in the lab. I don't want to have to keep taking them in and out of these nice 44 Deltas unless I have a good reason to. Not because they don't come out really easy. I mean, I can show you right now. It's really simple to pop one out. It's really not a big deal. Thanks to 44 and the magnetic handles, you could pop them in and out all day if you felt like, and it would cause no damage whatsoever. But because M1ck is blessed with a few more picks in his life, he likes to leave his Jimmy Longs and his Greyhounds, as well as his Reaper set and his M1ck's in the lab all the time. His Sparrows set is kind of a middle ground. It can come outside, but it usually stays here in the lab with the other girls. Now, this is my EDC kit, guys. It has my maces in the back because I would never go anywhere without my Walkcade 3D print Sparrows Mace 1 and 2. Everybody knows I love slaying with these things. And then what I've done is I've still got all the Reaper turners and the FNG turner in there. I keep my curved Sparrows turners with me to have some good turners for backup, even though the Reapers are already great. I would say those curved and these Reaper turners are the best two sets of turners on the market, bar none, except maybe some fancy ones like the M1ck's or the Law Lock tools. I also always carry my Escort that Georgia Jim sent me. I'll probably get another one so I can start leaving the one he sent me in the lab. It's kind of a collectible to me because it came from him. I'd hate to drop it or lose it because of that. So I may have to get me another one. But thank you, Jim. I've really enjoyed using it and showing it off to people. And I do carry it every day for now. But this Reaper set that Mr. Nick M1ck sent me, um, he also sent me the Delta handles. So I've started leaving those here. He sent me a couple extra McTicklers, guys. So what I carry in the case instead of the Reaper, I've got one McTickler with my handle shrink wrapped on it. Thanks, Mr. Happy, for the shrink tubing. The 20 McTickler makes a good low hook. And then for my medium hook, I've got the 25 size original FNG, which is kind of like a Reaper number 3, only it's a 25. And then I carry the Peterson that I got from Mike because it's a good deep pick. So that gives me a low, medium, and a deep all in my kit, which is all I really need outside of my maces and the Escort. It's plenty of backup. And then just for good measure, my Sparrows Escort has both of my favorite rakes, the triple peak and the triple worm, and I carry the FNG Quint in a 25 with the wrap on it in here as well. So I think that it's a pretty good little 4-pick comprehensive set of low to deep with a rake. I still get all my great turners and my maces. That's what I've gone to carry in EDC, guys. So that's what you can do too if you get the right setup of stuff. Let's see what we got in the chat here. Yin says he placed 2 orders with Peterson to try some different picks and tensioners. That's awesome, Yin. I'm sure that they've got some great stuff. I would like to try some more of it in the future too. Dorn Lock Tips also says he's going to be doing this all the way through Christmas. So, yes, I'm glad it warms your heart, Dorn Lock Tips. I'm glad you love the channel here. I'm a big fan of yours as well, sir. Us Carolina Kakalaki fellas got to stick together best we can. Thanks for dropping by. And again, thank you for generously sending me a pic and sending all my friends in the States one too. I know that you're taking a lot of your personal time to mail those things out. So we all thank you for that. Now let's see here. Brett Sucks says that he has two of the pack locks, by the way, guys. He says he doesn't know that he's not bought either of his, but they're both logo locks. Last time he checked, they were about 25 pounds. 25 pounds is somewhere in the neighborhood of what we pay here, I would think, Brett. I know that I've heard of $15 American being the cheapest I've heard. That is definitely closer to like 10 or 12 pound. But I think if you had it shipped out to you, it would still run you up to that kind of price. And most of them that I find are in the probably $20 to $30 range, or the 44 Delta one maybe even a little bit more than that with the Reaper head and stuff on it. That's one of the ones I'm actually offering for the prize for the 250 sub giveaway. You can get the 98 Pro with the really nice 44 Delta stuff on it if you want. That'll be up to you if you win. And I am trying to get a hold of a couple extra Packlock 98 Pros. I'm trading around some stuff with Mr. Inferno for one. If anybody else has a 98 Pro that they would like to trade around with me or figure something out for, let me know. I am trying to get a hold of some for my English buddies so I can mail them out to them. If nothing else, I do have the Packlock Prez and a lot of other people hanging out with us in the dog pack. Maybe I can work something out with them to get me a bulk bundle, and then I can supply the English with their 98 Pros that they need so desperately. For free, of course, for my buddies. I just want to help them out. That's right. I definitely opened it with the free Peterson pick, door and lock tips. It is a pick that works, guys. Definitely. And one of my logo pack is a 98 Pro, the Schlinn's #1. Oh, okay. So you do have the beautiful 1 out of 50. Very nice, Brett Sucks. That's a very collectible item. And M1ck Mace #2. Yes, the M1ck Maces are always important there. Apparently 44 Delta Schlinn's #1 is very rare. He normally keeps the ones for himself, so I heard. Yes, Brett Sucks. I don't doubt that a one bit. They are collectible like crazy. Also, Dorn Lock Tips has said he's got a 40% off coupon for everybody here. The code is in the chat for everybody who is interested. And if he's okay with it, I'll say it out loud for everybody in the chat later who's not in the chat. Or if he prefers, I will leave it to just the guys in the chat. That is up to you, Door and Lock Tips. But everybody in the chat has the code for 40% off a Peterson order. It expires September 20th. That's a pretty solid deal, guys. If there's a way that I can read it out loud for the audience in the future, I will. As I said, I'm finding out for you guys right now. We will see. Some things you have to be here for, guys. So I'll make sure before I step on any toes, because I don't like to ever just throw out coupon codes without making sure that it's okay with whose code it is. Yin Yet says Amazon has a 98 Pro for $32. Yes, Yin Yet, I believe that's the one I'm used to seeing. That is about the average price, I think. Mr. Happy says average is like $27 on Amazon. So again, I would say that's in the same ballpark, guys. You're looking at 25 to 35 bucks usually for a 98 Pro is what I'm hearing. I do know a place, I believe if it still exists, where you can get just the core apart, a kick cylinder for a 98 Pro, key and all, for maybe $10 each, but you have to buy five. So it's like a 5 pack for 50. So if you've got a body to put it in, you can get an additional 5 cores to swap into it. And yes, glad that you got that in yet. 40% off is a pretty massive discount, my guy. So that makes a Peterson a lot more affordable and attainable to us poor boys like myself. And I really appreciate that, Mike. Thank you. Anytime we can get a little bit of savings on the best quality type picks in the world, like a Peterson, I always will be in for that, sir. So thank you for coming by, for blessing us with a little Peterson love today in the chat. And everybody in the chat, you see the code there, so I will hold on to that information for the future. Maybe I can tell you guys about it later. I gotta clear it first with my homie. But there is a 40% off code for Peterson that is running until the 20th. So that means you got 5 days to use it, guys. Get a hold of me in the DMs if you're curious about it, and I will talk to you about it more privately. Okay, well, Mr. Doranlock Tips has been kind enough to tell me I can give it to everyone. So let me get a piece of paper, write it real quick, and show it to everyone for their use. So that way, if anyone out there in M1ck land is just dying to get themselves not only a lovely Peterson pick, first of all, get you the free one to start off with, guys. It's great. And you can get one from Mike at Door and Lock Tips. Just go to Door and Lock Tips YouTube. All you got to do is email him, and he will send you a free one, guys. So jump on that opportunity. It is awesome. He said he's going to be doing it through Christmas, I believe. So continue to follow up on that if you would like to get that. Sorry, guys. Let me get a piece of paper that I can actually use here. There we go. And so, if you would like, free Peterson, door and lock tips, YouTube, email for free, one per house, USA only, guys. Now, the USA only is the free one, guys. If you're somewhere else, as far as I know, you're still allowed to use the code. Yes, he just confirmed to me the discount code is for everybody. So if you're not able to get a free one, the free code I'm about to give you guys, it's 40% off. And you can use that one worldwide. It just has to be by September I believe he said 20th, guys. Yes, September 20th. So by September 20th, you can use for the 40% off. The code is NOW now 40 and the word percent. Okay, guys. So I'm going to show that on the screen here and hold it up for a second for everybody, just so you can come back and look at it if you need to. My writing is not the greatest, but you can zoom in if you have trouble. Sorry, I've got lighting on it. I'll read it off to you again. Free Peterson pick. You get one per household. Door and Lock Tips YouTube. Email him for one. And one per house, guys. USA only on the free pick. Now, if you want 40% off, you must order by September 20th, but that is worldwide as far as I'm aware, guys. So no matter where you're viewing me from, if you want a 40% off of a Peterson order, order by September 20th and use this code right here, guys. Now 40%. Okay? That's it right there, guys. NOW 40, the word percent. PERCENT. All right? So everybody, thank you for that one. Door Lock Tips. He's trying to get these Peterson picks out in your hands, guys. So get you a free one if you're able. And if you aren't able or you already did and you want some more, you now have 5 days ish to use the 40% off code at your leisure and get yourself into some new Peterson picks. Really appreciate that, Mike. I'm sure some people will jump on that and enjoy those. So thank you for allowing us all to spread the good word, sir. Oh yes, it is either a 18 or 19, I believe that this is what it was supposed to be originally was one of the pinks. I'm not sure about that, Brett Sucks, but this one, um, I believe I was told is that size, and that's what the issue here with the handle was. It's supposed to be a different size coloring. Don't know for sure. It doesn't matter to me. Whatever happened involved them giving them out and also selling them at a massive discount on the website. So, very happy to have myself one of them. Thank you, Mike, for also dropping by and giving us the code. And hopefully, some people will take advantage of that. And if not, we've done all we can to try and get you a Peterson pick in your hands, guys. So the rest is on you from here. The code is good all over the world, guys. So now 40% expires on the 20th. Yeah, Brett Sucks. They are usually 15 thousandths. That's what I'm telling you. The one that I have is definitely not a 15 thousandths. And that is why it is technically defective, sir. They accidentally put the blue handles on an 18 or a 19, if I am correct. And that is why we are getting them, because they are technically the wrong color. Nothing wrong with the pick or anything. It works great. I do not know the Peterson color code like some of you, because that pick, I've only been picking for 3.5 months, guys. That pick was my very first Peterson pick. Thank you, Door Lock Tips, for that. I do enjoy that pick a lot. That's why it's in my everyday carry, guys. So get yourself one. Enjoy it if you can. And there we go. And as I said, get yourself a free Peterson and enjoy it, guys. No reason not to get yourself a free one if you're in the U.S. And as I said, if you are anywhere else in the world, you've got until September 20th to take advantage of that 40% off code. That's a massive savings, guys. That's almost half price. So I really don't know what else you expect the man to do. He's shipping out free stuff. He's giving you almost a half off discount. I mean, you're not going to see that every day, guys. I'm new to this, but I don't see a lot of that going on. Um, I think it's a very good idea. And I think Peterson is smart for doing it because the more you can get people to use your picks and get them in your hands, the more you can show them how nice they are and get them excited about getting some more. And we all always continue to buy picks, don't we? I know I do. I'm a collector of picks, and I have more than I need already, but that doesn't mean I won't be shopping for more, won't be buying more, and probably will be gifting some away when I get the chance as well, guys. So maybe I should go top a keyway in this bad boy because this tall Peterson here, um, bottom of keyway isn't always great with one this high, guys. Gotta tell you, when you're using something this tall, this is made for digging deep, guys. So I thought so, Mike. I remember me and you having a conversation about that, sir. The color is wrong is the reason that these were sent out, guys. This is blue. The blue, as Brett Sucks stated, is normally the 15,000, but this one is actually an 18, which is supposed to be the pink one or purple. I'm not sure which one you guys call it. Maybe there's both. I'm not even sure, but I know that the pink or purple is the one people usually like to use, and this is one of those. It's just the wrong color technically. So since they made it the wrong color handle, they have graciously decided to cheapen them and give some of them out for free, and we're all taking advantage of that. I don't know about you guys, but it's nice to have your color coded picks and enjoy them that way. But you could paint these Mama Jammas pink, and I'd still pick with them every single one, even the ones that aren't supposed to be pink, is what I'm trying to say. So yeah, definitely, guys, get a hold of yourself some Peterson picks while they're still cheap, affordable type thing. Take advantage of the sale. Take advantage of the free one. Um, they're the ones putting it out there, so it's not like you're robbing them or bending them over to get it. Let me try a different one here, guys. That one is not wanting to cooperate at all with me right now. And why is that? I can't tell you. It's probably just me right now. The dark blue ones for Europe or darker than normal blue, Brett Sucks. I don't know what the Euro set looks like. I know that Mike told me many times that that Ghost set is a really nice set, guys. My buddies are all checking out the Ghost set too. I know Mike told me the Ghost set was a sweet one. He uses this kind of stuff for his work all day, guys. So he's got a pretty good idea what he likes and what works for him. And apparently, he is a big fan of Peterson stuff. Can't blame him for that. They do make some really fine instruments. They've been around as long as lock picking, I would say. Well, not Egypt, but as long as modern lock picking, I should say. He says he's going to get another 150 of the same pick in the shipment, so that'll make 450 of these. Yep, he started with 300 the first time, guys, and I'm guessing that he is trickling down to almost out of those because they have been moving, guys. So there you go. Oh my goodness. Got animals landing on me and stuff, guys. Having a hard time here, guys. I need to get something going. Ain't no why. Like I said, I'm not as good with a deep when it comes to just average picking these locks. This is really more meant for upper class lock, like the ones I'll be playing with later. I'll break it out when I do start messing with those too. I think I still may give the pack lock or the American 1100 a shot here in a moment. The S1100 though, not the A that I was picking on the other day. Yeah, that's how it goes during lock tips. If you click with somebody, you click with somebody, brother. There's nothing wrong with having good friends. Nothing wrong with it at all, sir. Let me slay my way through these really quick. I'm getting frustrated. I'm going to have to use a lower hook. That's the problem. It's not the quality of the pick, it's the user. I'm having hard times using a tall pick for using stuff I usually pick with a short pick. Probably if I'd have switched to top of keyway, I wouldn't have had that problem. But I'm set in my noobish ways, so I will grow to be better at doing that. And it works really good when I'm working on deeper stuff, guys. When I'm in a pack lock for an A1100, the deep Jim or deep Peterson rounds that I've got over there works really good for that stuff. So it's all about using the right tools for the time. And I wouldn't necessarily call this particular one an all-arounder. It's more of a special use case. So forgive me for not picking too much with it right this moment. I kind of have it in my arsenal for having a tall pick whenever I need a really long high reach to get under something and set the one behind it. Other than that, I get caught up on warden and stuff. I did not know about that, Brett Sucks. Thank you for sharing. Let me see, guys. Play around with a couple more, and then maybe we're getting through a bunch of my easy ones here. So maybe if I can get this one open, we'll go ahead and start playing around with the whichever one you guys want to see me fail on today. We can fail hard on the Pack Lock 100A, or we can fail hard on the S1100. Your choice, guys. I've spent a little time picking the S1100, but no open yet. I've spent no time picking the 100A yet, but I've had a lot of time picking its older sisters over here, the 90A Pro and the PL410. So, you guys just let me know if you have a preference, and I will pick around on one of those two here in a minute. Do what I can to get it open for us. As I said, I can't make you any promises on that because I've never opened either one. I just don't ever like people to say, "Oh, Mick thinks he's a magician. He locks the same 3 or 4 easy locks every show and never tries anything hard." We'll never say that about Mick, guys. I'll come in here and fail in front of you guys for an hour at a time, and it'll make me a better picker. So I don't mind at all. And every once in a while, we'll get one of those really special moments like we did with Labs the other night, where I opened that red A1100 for the first time ever on a live stream. That felt great, guys. And I could never have that moment if I didn't try sometimes and do these harder locks in front of you. So thanks for your patience. Thanks for enjoying a realistic picking session where we pile up a bunch of easy ones. See this, guys? This is the practice pile. See, now that I've got through all of those locks there, we opened every single one of these so far, guys. Some of them a couple of times. Now I'm warmed up. Yeah, it's 2 hours into the stream almost, but what do you want me to do? I'm not good enough to come in cold picking, guys, and take on a lock of this magnitude. I have to pick things to build my way up, and that's what I'm doing, guys. So thanks for bearing with me. Some of the crowd that doesn't understand that gotta wait sometimes. 1 second, guys. Bear with me for a moment. Hello.
Hello?
Hey, baby.
Hey, baby.
You're on speakerphone. I'm on a live right now, but I couldn't not answer you because I love you.
I love you so much. Well, I'll let you go.
I'll call you back as soon as I'm done. I'm 2 hours in, so I'll wrap it soon and give you a call back, love.
No, it's okay. Take your time. I'm going to eat dinner, so call me when you're done.
All right,
so
honey.
much.
I love you. Enjoy dinner.
Thanks. Bye, baby.
Bye, beautiful. All right. A little call from Mrs. Mick. There you go, guys. You got to hear Mrs. Mick for a second. And that's one of the big moves that we've made here, guys. Back in the day, I would have had to either ignore the wife, which I cannot do, or I would have had to crash the entire stream to answer her call. So it's really nice having some backup stuff around. I was able to say hello. You were all able to hang in there while I did. And thanks for bearing with me while I have a quick wife talk, guys. Yeah, she is lovely, GK man. Thank you, sir. She is a homegrown Florida Southern girl. She's a sweetheart. She puts up with my craziness and my locks and all of my tinkering with cars, and she makes me very happy. So, years of happiness, and we'll be reuniting and trying to make us a little Mick very soon. So, everybody keep their fingers crossed for the whole world when that happens. Because the world is not quite ready for another Mick, but they're going to have to get ready. Because I didn't live to be almost 40 to not make it happen. Mr. Happy says anyone who can pick while talking and paying attention to chat is raising the difficulty on themselves significantly. I don't know if I could do it, and would just constantly stop talking. Yes, Mr. Happy, thank you for pointing that out. It does indeed make it a little harder for me. My best picking is done in dead silence in the early morning or late night when everybody else has gone to bed and that type of thing. I really get to zone out and meditate and focus on what I'm trying to do when I do it that way. And I think years of working on cars and talking to customers while I do it, and years of playing guitar and singing at the same time have prepared me somewhat for being able to pick and talk at the same time. I also, fortunately, have had the experience of basically doing almost as much live stream chat while picking as well, not as much as picking, but I've been doing it for almost as long as what I'm trying to say. So I guess I have a pretty decent track record for trying to pick while talking. And it helps, I guess, for the entertainment value. You don't have to just sit here in dead silence and wait for Mick to do something, which is important because I don't open some of these harder locks often enough to not distract you with my charisma and personality. So hopefully you'll at least hang around for that. And maybe I'll even get a few cool locks open in front of you in the process. And if anybody has any questions or would like to learn something, I will try to answer your questions or I will try to find you someone who can. There's lots of great pickers in the chat, people who know what they're doing, and people that are my mentors in a lot of cases. So if you're new or newish, or if you're a seasoned picker and just have a question, feel free to drop a question in the chat, and we'll see if somebody can answer it for you guys. I'm going to take a shot messing around with this S1100. Nobody seems to care whether it's the pack lock or the 1100. And since I've had a little bit of time in the 1100, I figured why not? I'd give it a shot first. Now, I haven't tried picking it with one of these sparrows just yet, but I do pretty well with my sparrows as they're one of my everyday use picks that I practice a lot with. So it's probably only right that I give them a chance since I keep using all my other picks so much. Thank you, Brett Sucks. I appreciate that, sir. Brett Sucks says, Mick, if you can pick as good as you can talk, you'll be an expert in no time. Thank you for the tongue-in-cheek shot there, Brett. That is why I love the English. A good ribbing in the friendliest of ways, with a bit of a compliment somewhere in there. Thank you, Brett. You get a good laugh out of me, if nothing else, sir. Thank you for that. But yeah, as a somewhat extroverted Irishman, I do get points for charisma and silver-tonguedness from time to time. Skip likes to joke around with me about that too, Brett. He says something about me talking an Eskimo into giving me a warm place to sleep for the night. Something like that. You'd have to ask him. I'm not sure if I'm that good, but I was able to talk Mrs. Mick into sticking around for 6 years so far, so that's the most important hustle I've pulled off, guys. Having a good woman that loves you, not run away, is always a accomplishment. She thought I was younger than her too. That's the real crazy one. And yet says I can't believe he's not a salesman. Yeah, exactly, Doran Lock Tips. You can't enjoy life if you try to ignore the wife. That will not work out well. And I agree, brother. Time's too short. You gotta seize the moment and enjoy those talks with people. I'm making some progress this thing, guys. I've got some forward clicks out of my tensioner, so we're making our way through it. Sorry, I'm having a little nicotine break while we're doing it, but at least I don't have to go outside, quit picking and all that. I'm fortunate to be here in Carolina where we still smoke indoors like the good old 70s days. We still smoke inside of buildings here, our houses anyway. And thank you, Yin Yet. I have been a salesman before, actually. My first sales job was working at a Champ Sports in the mall, if you can believe that. I learned a lot about retail sales in that job. The motto there was that the shoes sell themselves. Basically, people come in there already wanting to buy shoes. So, being a shoe salesman doesn't really mean selling shoes. People already came there wanting to buy shoes. So, you're just facilitating that. Being a salesman means selling them all the goodies that go with the shoes that the store makes money off of. So, you want to sell them some socks and some insoles and a cool pair or two of laces that match the color, etc. You see what I mean? You want to get all those nice foot powders and things that make them stay smelling good. Watch Lady Locks cuts out that lock. That is hilarious, Yin Yet. I'll have to check that one out. I am a big fan of Lady Locks. She's a good friend. I'd love to watch her cussing. Was it an A1100 or an S1100, Yin Yet? Because I know she's not a fan of the A1100 either. This one is an S1100. But I've recently got my way into an A1100. The only one I currently have is that Georgia Gym one. And I got my way into that one. So I figured I'd try this S1100. It's been waiting for a while. My friend Troy sent this to me. It was my first ever gifted lock. It's been on the back burner because I needed to get better at picking. And now I told him the other day I would go back to picking at it. He also recently contacted me and said that he didn't think my pick set was large enough and he's sending me all the new Jimmy Long's minis. So he's trying to spoil me again and he's going to send me a few more 1100s, he says. So looking forward to that package. And I'll show it to you guys when it comes in. It should be sometime this coming week on one of my lock mails. Yes, Yin Yet. Al Bundy shoe sales, 100%. Yeah, Yin Yet. I think the A1100 is the one she hates more. She probably hates them both though. They're not that much different. This is like a 410 Lotto with a hard core, basically. It's a 6-pin serrated, maybe some spools in it. The A1100 is a 5-pin serrated spool with some serrations in it, as you guys know, most of you. But yeah, they look identical. The only difference from them is the core. And yet, this body is the same as an A1100. I could swap them around if I wanted it to be red instead of black. But the core in this one is the same as the black 410 Lotto Plastic Master that I've got. It's literally the hard body version of the 410 Lotto is what this is. So a lot of people like to pick this one instead or like to pick both. There's definitely a different experience between a Lotto lock plastic body and a hard body lock. I have a harder time with the Lotto locks, guys. I'm still getting used to the plastic bodies. I do find picking them in hand seems to work better for me than in the vise. Whereas in a hard lock, I haven't made my mind up about that one yet. I do love vice picking though, but the vice is really more for locks without bodies. If it's a good padlock, I'll generally pick it in hand. If it's a kick cylinder or a piece of a door handle or something, then I'll usually break out the vice because it just makes more sense. Brett Suck says he's got an 1100 that Lady Lock sent him years ago that he cannot or that she couldn't pick. Yeah, I know that was her arch nemesis for a while, guys, and I see why. Me and Skip were talking about the A1100s recently. He picked about 3 of them practicing this morning, I think. But he swears to me that every single one is different, which I know to be pretty true. They change around where the spools are and stuff from lock to lock. So I've seen a ton of different setups on A1100. And Skip said that basically just as you get one figured out and think that you've got them beat, you grab another one and find out that you're wrong. So I believe him there, guys. Skip is a pretty good picker, more than he lets on, and I try to get some info from him here and there when he's feeling a little bit teacherish. So I'm glad that I've got him to lean on for that. Big thanks to that, Skip. Yeah, that's okay. That's what we're here for, brother. Not everybody knows the difference. I didn't know until I got sent this one, my friend. But yeah, the 1100 series also has different numbers at the end yet. The 1105 or 1106 Americans, the A1105 or 1106, that dictates the length of the shackle, the last number. I do know that. So the 6 is the shackle like this one, whatever size this is. And I guess the 5 is a shorter shackle. Anyway, they've got several different builds they do of them. Master Lock and American Lock are the same company, and they like to use serial numbers on the lock body that'll tell you when it was made, and they like to use a certain code, like most of them do, to dictate the shackle length, model number, and all that. So, anyway, A1100 is kind of a lock unto itself, as far as I'm aware of. The S1100 is more of a 6-pin version, like a 410 Lotto. Thank you, Wild William. Yes, there you go. Good to know, sir. There is a 6-pin variant, guys, of the 1100. Wild William tells me that the 1165 is the 6-pin variant. So you see, guys, that 6 in the second to last position dictates that it's the 6-pin version. The 0 would be the 5-pin version. And that last number, as I was telling you, is the shackle. So 1165 would be a 6-pin A1100 with the short shackle. And as Brett is saying right now, the 1106 is the longer shackle. That's the one I have in both cases. The green one and the red one that I got from George Jim, and the one that I bought. So yeah, the last number is the shackle length. The second to last number is which pin count. And the first two numbers just dictate which lock body, I guess. The 1100 body or model. So there you go, guys. That's a little knowledge for you on how Master and American do that. Also, a quick factoid of note that I would like to point out is I often talk about how the Sparrow's pins from their challenge locks and the chest pins and the reload kit will fit in a Schlage mortise because that's what it's built after. And they will also work in a quickset clone because of the tolerances on a quickset. They won't work in an American or a Master, but the American and Master pins match each other. And I'm told the Abus are the same by G Keyman, I believe, told me that they are the same diameter. So if you want to repin an Abus lock that you have, I believe you can use one of those big Master American pin kits to do so. Conversely, I suppose you could swap some Abus pins into an American. Just wanted to mention that really quick for anybody who is like me and into parts and ripping things apart and rebuilding them. I'm a mechanic, so parts swapping is a big part of my job, guys. Always has been. And product knowledge is important for sales and for working on things. So that's why, if you've noticed, M1ck is very much up on product knowledge. I like to know everything I can about something. Not just so I can try and sell it, so I can sound like I know what the hell I'm talking about. Brett Suck says he has a Schlage round body padlock with an 1100 core. That's cool, Brett. I've seen some really cool builds where people use a Abus titanium and swap it out with different cores. I think I even saw if I'm not mistaken, which I could be. I'm not the smartest when it comes to lock swaps and stuff, but let me turn this ticker off, guys. You guys see what locks are coming and what aren't. But anyway, I lost my train of thought. Sorry. The Schlage. Oh, I was trying to say I think I saw a multi-lock junior slapped into something of a body like an Abus of some kind. I don't remember if it was a titanium or which, but I know that you can do some cool swap outs, especially when you get to the SFIC. When you get to using SFIC locks, you can swap those cores around in some different bodies too, I believe. So just wanted to mention that there's some really cool builds that you can make out of a few different locks thrown together. I think that's pretty cool anyway. Sorry guys, I'm still just tickling the pins a little bit on this S1100. I may have something overset at this point. I definitely don't have it open yet. I still give it a good crank every once in a while, just like the American 1100, the A1100, because much like that one, it's one of those where you break it over sometimes and don't realize it's broke over until you give it a good extra push. You know, these like to have a little extra oomph, guys. So every once in a while, if you're not sure, it's good to give it a little crank and just see what happens. Yes, Mr. Happy also has pointed out that you can get an adapter to fit a kick cylinder into an SFIC body. That's pretty cool, Mr. Happy. I love talking about stuff like that with you and the rest of my lock sport buddies. Also, if you're into building challenge locks and stuff, or trying to make the most out of your money, buying kick cylinders and putting them into bodies that you already own is a good way to get a comfy pick on a kick cylinder you didn't have to pay as much money for as the whole body. So if you got a body it'll fit in, you can save yourself a little money instead of buying the whole lock every single time. Which is why a lot of people that I know, once they have a few American bodies, they will buy, like I was talking about with the pack lock earlier, they'll buy about 4 or 5 different cores, kick cylinders, to go in their American. I have a website link for where you can get American kicks for like $5 a piece, I think it was. I think Blue Scooby gave me that one a while back, guys. But if it's still good, a link, you can, like I said, you can use the kick for about $5 to just swap in and out of one you already own. So instead of buying a bunch more $12 locks or paying a little more for them than that, you can instead do the body swapping and get your way in there. Yes, GK Man is in the chat. He has confirmed that yes, the Abus and American Masters are a 0.093 inch diameter, guys. So your Abus pins and your American Master pins will be interchangeable, guys. That's a good little tip for you for the day. Brett Sucks says I have a kryptonite round body padlock that also has an 1100 core. That's cool. I've seen a lot of people using those kryptonite bodies, Brett Sucks. Mr. Happy says his new dream lock is an Abus 85 series that fits a €0.5, but they're like $100 even without the core. Wow, Mr. Happy, that must be one pretty body. $100 for just the body? You're gonna have to send me a picture of that one, Mr. Happy. I'm sure that's one stunning looking lock if it costs that much without a core. $100 for just the body. Wow, I hope you get that, Mr. Happy. If you don't, maybe M1ck can see one day when he's working again if he can get together with Santa Claus and get you one, buddy. You deserve the finest, Mr. Happy. If you don't end up getting yourself one, I will see if Santa Claus is feeling generous this year. Because I've been looking for a cool gift to get you anyway, my friend. So maybe hold off on getting yourself one if you're not in a space to do it anytime super soon. Yeah, any half euro into a padlock. That's really cool, Mr. Happy, because as you know, I have a handful of half euros right now. And it would be really cool to have a body I could stick them in and do some hand picking on them. I basically am stuck having to use those in the vise right now, and it would be cool to have a body lock there. Yeah, Mr. Happy, big hearts for you, my friend. Like I said, once I get back to Florida and M1ck and get some work going, I'll be making good mechanic money again. Maybe Santa Claus can get you one of those in your stocking, my friend. You've been really good to Mountain Mix, so I'll see what I can talk Santa into, my friend. I would love to see how we can work that out for you. You deserve the best, my friend. Brett Suck says the AM5 leashy can pick it, but the core holding the round bit needs filing to allow the leashy to slide in. It has 6 pins. Mr. Happy says, don't know how easily it works with a cut one. Think it needs to be one that comes as a half. Yeah, Mr. Happy, it probably doesn't have to come as a half, but you probably do have to shave it down so well that it looks identical to one that does. You know what I mean? It would probably not just be one where you just hack it in half. You'd have to probably really trim it up good and make sure that you've got it fitting like it was always that way. That's what I'm guessing. Let me start over on this one, guys. I set some pins and got some forward rotation, but I think that I may have overset something, and it's time for a reset anyway. Maybe we'll try a different pick since I've been working my way through it. The Sparrows does have great response though, guys. I still do some of my best picking with this. This is my go-to pick. If I've never told you that, then you don't watch Mountain Mick enough. This Sparrows regular flat hook from my hookers set, the original 25 pick I started with. This is my most used pick, guys. Okay? So if you've ever wondered what does Mick use the most, this is the one, guys. This is the one. Is it the nicest pick I own? No. It is not the nicest pick I own. Is it the one I use the most? Yes. For many, many reasons, it is the one I use most. Now, let's see here. Who will it be? Let's give a Reaper number 3 a try. Why not? It's an 86, not an 85. That's okay, Mr. Happy. Just make sure you let me know right so Santa doesn't get you the wrong one. I think that's the body I'm thinking of anyway. It's a really shiny titanium looking body. Labs, back from your nap. That's what's up, brother. I took a nap earlier today too, Labs. Getting up that early to talk to our boy Lockpicker 1969. Once my coffee all wore off and it was lunchtime, I needed a little quick doze myself, brother. So I took a little power nap, and I felt much better for it. I'm gonna have to take some dinner here before too long, guys. I think me and Papa Mick got some pizza for later. We'll see what we got going on. I'm definitely getting some forward rotation here, guys. I had at least 2 pins set forward. There's a spool. All right, we got that one set. Be careful here. We might actually be making some decent progress on this one. Let's keep jiggling our way through slowly and carefully. Make sure we don't overset anybody. Let's find where our binder is right now. Must be one of the deep ones. Let's see who's binding. It's not number 6. It is number 5. One little click. It's not binding enough. It must be the next to binder. Let's see about 4. 4, the same kind of thing. Oh, there it is. Yep, it was 4. All right, we got 4 now. Let's see what else we can find in here for setting. Work our way slowly forward again. Sorry, guys, I'm no lockpicking lawyer. Ah, Dean P, what's up, brother? Dean. Yeah, I thought so, Mr. Happy. The 86 titanium. That is a beautiful one, sir. We'll see what we can do, Mr. Happy. I've got a lot of connects and a lot of people I can trade around with too, so before you go spending money on it, please check with me, Mr. Happy. I want to make sure that if I can do some help for you there, or even if I can gift it to you myself, I would love to. So please, sir, don't go by it until we talk about it. Just in case. Just in case. I want you to have it as soon as you possibly can, but if we end up with two of them, I'll have to keep it. DNP, what's up, brother? He says that the chick who usually shows her Pokemon stuff, she nods off super hard on 9 out of 10 of her lives and calls it thinking. Oh, wow. Yeah, that's not good, DNP. Pokemon is cool, and taking a nap is cool, but nodding off in the middle of a live is something that you should not be doing. I won't say I haven't came close a couple times myself when it was a late night live. I think I had GQ Man tell me take my ass to bed one time, and he was 100% right. That's what friends do. They tell you, hey man, you look tired. It's time to call it a night. And that's why I love GQ Man. He's not afraid to let me know, like a good uncle. So thank you for that, GQ. I will take your advice at all times, sir. You always know what's best for me anyway. That's why I love you, brother. That is crazy though, Dean. I would rather not sleep on camera for my friends. I do enough sleeping to not be on camera doing it. Hopefully. I try to leave a little bit more energy than that for my live streams. Some of them do go long, and that is one of the reasons I do get a little energy drained by the end of one. Talking for 4 hours straight while picking, while participating with your friends, and thinking at a million miles a minute can be draining of energy. I do understand that. Yeah, that sounds about right, Dean, based on what you're saying. She might as well just she might as well just tell them the truth, man. Exactly, Brett sucks. I was thinking the same thing, but I didn't want to say it. I might nod off if I was watching Pokemon stuff too, Brett. I think I'd rather watch my buddies play Dungeons and Dragons if I'm honest. I'm not huge into card role playing game stuff, guys, but at least my D&D buddies know how to have a good time and create a more interesting circumstance. If we're gonna play Pokemon, guys, let me just get up on the old Game Boy with you, or we can do Pokemon Stadium on a 64 or a GameCube or something. I didn't say I don't like Pokemon. I just said card games. When it comes to cards, I'm an Irishman. I want to play Texas Hold'em and 5 card draw. I don't want to hear nothing about nothing else. Poker, baby. Poker. That is sad, though, Dean. At least she's getting her big collection of Pokemon and making some money, brother. I guess if she can do it while she nods and still manages to afford her Pokemon and her habit, she must be doing something right, brother. Must be doing something right. You're right there, sir. I don't know how they do it, man. That's the kind of life that will lead you sleeping under a bridge and at a gas station and behind a bus. And just trust me, guys. You don't want to go down that road. Like the guy on South Park says, you don't want to go down that road. Hey, hey, we got Elijah in the house. What's good, Elijah? How's everything in Kangaroo Land? Thanks for letting us know Pocket Women was okay earlier, Elijah. I've been wondering about her. And For anybody curious, Elijah gave us a good update earlier on P-Dub. She is at her sister's house with not so great internet. So that's all that she has going on. Nothing important badly or anything that we should worry about. It's just one of them things that when you're in the middle of the bush, there's not always good Wi-Fi. That's how it is out here where I'm at. So I can totally get it. Elijah Rasta, yes, DP. Jah praise, Jah praise. That's good, Elijah. Glad to hear it. Brett Suck says he won £3,000 pretend money. Oh wait, is that 3,000? That's a lot of zeros with a comma in it, Brett. Does money work different over there? I mean, I know it transfers different, but maybe if you used words, I would understand better. That's a lot of zeros for English money, sir. I'm not used to seeing more than 2 zeros behind the decimal, and I'm not used to seeing more than 3 numbers with the comma. So maybe you could fill me in on how that works. But anyway, for the sake of things, we will say that 3 and 7 zeros. That'd be 30 million in English American money. I don't know what it transfer rates to. It'd be more than that. But anyway, Brett won a bunch of pretend money on Bicycle Texas Hold'em. But then he got banned. Imagine that, Brett Sucks. Getting banned from a pretend poker game on the internet. Something tells me you used your colorful sense of humor and they didn't like it, Brett. Tell me if I'm right there. Can't say I'm totally shocked, but you're welcome to stay here and play cards with M1ck, buddy. We can get on a live stream and do a little bit of Texas Hold'em. It won't be much fun without the real money, though. That's something that Mrs. Mick recently learned. Right before I left, I taught her how to play poker and Texas Hold'em and cards. Apparently, she'd never played before. So she started going to one of the local club bars near where we lived and playing on Friday night in the little league they have there. She does pretty good, apparently. So, must have taught her something right. I know she was pretty good last time I was playing against her. So I haven't passed on to her how to read people the way I do, but she definitely is good when it comes to picking her cards right and knowing when to gamble and not to gamble. So that's all you really need for starting out. Let's see what my chat's got going. Brett is a champion at offending some people. Yes, I know, Dean P. Was rubbing all the innards, huh? And taking their money. Yeah, Brett. Something about beating people and rubbing it in their faces that rubs them the wrong way. You can do one or the other, but you can't do both. Why is that? I guess they were just being sore losers, or you were being too sore of a winner. We'll say it's them, though, Brett. Since we only know you and we don't know them, it's probably them. It's probably not you, man. Even though everybody else says it's you, like habitually, I'm sure it's not you. I'm sure you're just the common denominator in a big conspiracy pitted against you, which is why you're BrettSucks.com.org.uk. Follow the conspiracy, guys. Brett Sucks is going viral sometime today, I heard yesterday, but they said tomorrow, so maybe they didn't mean today. Maybe it was literally tomorrow, like tomorrow. The tomorrow that doesn't come. I don't know. I'm pretty sure Brett's B-list famous, so going viral would be a downgrade for him anyway. Tell him Brett Sucks. Only the weak-minded don't take a good ribbon. That's right. It's not no Jedi mind trick or anything. If they had something witty to say back, they would. That's why it's not good to have fights with unarmed people, Brett. When you have a battle of wits, many people are unarmed, so it's a good idea. Oh, guys, look. Woo! Yes, sir. And that is how we do it. We're going to give that one to the curved sparrows again. And we're going to give that one to the Reaper number 3. S1100. Pop, lockin', poppin'. What do you think about that, guys? It's time to gut this bad boy now. I was about to think about wrapping the stream up, but we got our open, so I'm going to have to gut her down. Yes, sir. Thank you, Mr. Happy, Elijah. No, Dean, I wish it was, sir. This is not the 90A Pro, but I am building my way up to it, sir. That's the second live green belt pop this week, gentlemen. Labs, I hope you're still in here and you didn't miss that one, because you were here for the Georgia Gym one in real live time. I seen it, Dean P. I seen it. Thank you, Yin Yet. Skip. Skip, I'm glad you were here for that one. Yes, guys, M1ck is getting his weight up over here. I don't have all these picks laying around for fun or these locks laying around for just fun. I'm actually learning. I do got some nice picker finger going on my middle finger there. Got me a good callus building up. My thumb has also got a really nice one. But anyway, enough about that. Let's get out our gutting gear and prove to the world that M1ck is no sham. I don't mind telling you, I would never mess around with a lock and show you guys some BS magic trick. If I did, I wouldn't take that long to pick it. I can tell you that. Never in my life. But I am very stoked that my lives are starting to turn into opens, guys, which means my picking level at Greenbelt is definitely getting its way up to better. We popped this red right here earlier this week. And now we got its sister from Troy, the black S1100. So I'm going to gut her down the same way I did the red one. It's only right. Thank you, Labs. I'm glad you're here, brother. You're good luck. You should stick around more, Labs. Thanks to everybody who's here, guys. Witnessing M1ck do a live pop on a green is becoming a little bit more of a common thing, but I won't call it common. 2 times in 2 or 3 months is not common, but it does show in real time, guys, that I am getting better. This massive pile of locks that I won't show you off screen here because I'm not going to move this lock off screen are good warm up. I have been picking around on this S1100 some for the last day or two, and I'm really happy that we got this one. So, yes, we got our pop on the S1100. I'm going to gut it down, do things proper. I got to go get a screwdriver. The lock will stay here with you guys while I'm grabbing my screwdriver. I didn't expect this to actually work. I'm going to have to start preparing my screwdriver from now on. I always keep this one ready, though. This, guys, is the one for the pack lock, okay? So when the time comes and the pack lock finally pops, not the one that's unguttable, but the one that is guttable, eventually we'll get them both open on here, guys. Greyhound picking. Greyhound must be setting up his live for the future, guys. I just saw it come across my screen. I'm going to go grab the... Brett sucks. It's not about memory, sir. It's about feel. I don't need to memorize the lock, sir. I don't count the binding orders and shit like that. I do this all natural, sir. It's all by feel. That's why I'm actually getting better. Let me go get the screwdriver. You guys keep an eye on that lock and make sure it doesn't run off. Alrighty. There we go. It was in the other room, guys, but like any good mechanic, I always know exactly where my tools are. My grandfather always told me that you don't get paid to look for tools, and it's true. So I don't spend time looking for tools because that costs money.
I put them where I know where they're going to be. And that way, when something happens and I need one, I go right to it, pick it up, and go do what I need to do. That's the way, guys. That is the way. Now let's get this little mama jamma apart. Show that she's a real unmolested S1100. All I can tell you is if it was changed, it was changed by Troy, who sent it to me, and it came in the package that it was made in, still closed with the sticky. So Master Lock must have screwed it up, if it's different. But I'm pretty sure that we're going to find the usuals in here. And I got to be honest with you guys, I don't know exactly what is in one of these. I did know what was in my A1100 as far as what to expect. I didn't know what was in it though. And I'm going to pull this out by hand. It's still got my 90-degree turn on it. So we won't have to worry about any key pins falling out or anything. Just want to make sure I'm on camera good. I'll bring it over here a little better for you guys to see. And we'll do a nice close-up once I get everything gutted out of here. I know you trust me, Brett Sucks. Most people know that I don't waste my time faking things, but for any of the doubters out there in YouTube land that watch this later, I don't want anybody thinking that I'm pulling some Swift stuff on anybody. Because, like I said, stolen valor is not my style, guys. I'd rather sit here and fail in front of you for 3 hours on a real lock than to pop one that's fake a single time. Thank you, Skip. Sensei Skip. We'll put you over here for the gut down, brother. Mr. Happy, you're in the back chilling too. Always got you guys having my back. Alrighty. I'm going to do the ring the ghetto boy way. I haven't got a circle clip thing yet. I will be seeing if Uncle Sparrows wants to give me one of those really nice gut tools everybody's got. But for the purpose of removal, I will be doing it the regular old poor kid way, which is like this, guys. Take, that's the wrong one, sorry. Get in each hand, a flat hook of some sort, preferably. I'll just use my Sparrow's flat hooks. They're both good and flat. This Jimmy's a gem hook, so it might slip since it's got the angle on it. 2 flat hooks is a good way to go. Get them down on top, attack it from the sides at the same time, and use one to hold and the other to pull. Then when you get a little bit of space in it, go under there. Oops, shit. Well, I relocked the lock, guys, but that's okay. I do have the key here. My bad. You see what happens? You see what happens? You see what happens? This is what happens when you don't use the key, guys. But at least I relocked it and didn't flip it upside down and block the shit out of it. So it's going to be okay. We just got to get out a key now so we can do this the right way. I could go ahead and take it apart like that, but it might cause more problems. So let's just get back to doing things the right way. Yes, Mr. Hadley, thank you for showing the skull. Which one of them is it? I got so many keys now. This should be it right here, guys. There we go. That's the one. The one with the 401 on it, of course. Alright, now as I was saying, pull the clip off with your hook. That one is not strong enough. These tools were not meant for doing this job, but they will work. There we go. Now we got our C-clip out of the way. Bam, boom. And we're in there, guys. So first, let's pull this thing out so we can get the key pins out of it. But let's grab a follower or a AAA battery. We got the shims ready too. Let me get a real follower this time. I showed the AAA trick last time, so we'll use a real one. Alrighty. Again, I always know where my tools are, guys, even if I don't have them close by. Skipper was so good as to send me some really nice stainless followers here. We will be using one of those. So thank you, Skip, for sending me some good followers. Yes, I know what you're thinking, guys. Didn't you have 44 Delta followers? Yes, I do. I also have some 44 Delta followers that Jeremy Hendricks sent me. And I am considering gifting those to somebody, but I got to make sure it's okay with Jeremy first. Now, we'll get this thing ready over here. Let's get us a shim ready. We might even go ahead and shim it from the back just to have things ready. I'm told you don't really need a shim for an 1100 style, guys. I don't know for sure. If you want to talk about that amongst yourselves in the chat, feel free. If you don't use followers, let me know you don't use followers. I'm always interested to hear how other people do it. But this is what you do if you do use a follower, guys. You stick it in the top and you just shimmy it in there a little bit. And if you're really good, you can shimmy it all the way through because you're basically just picking the lock with the shim. Let me move that out of my mouth so I'm not mumbling to you guys too much here. But yeah, you can just keep forcing it through, sliding its way under all the pins, and it'll eventually hit the lip on the front, which it has done now. So see, there you go. We've got our shim on there. I know it's a little hard to see from that distance, guys, but if I bring it all the way up, I might lose frame. So then we take our follower here. We'll get it behind this thing. We'll try not to miss as we push this thing through. And I've seen Skip do this really quick, guys. Skip just slams them through there like it's nothing. So I like to do a slower push, but I don't think it matters. I try to keep it turned at a 90-degree angle and keep my finger over the plug as it comes out. So maybe I don't drop all the key pins on the way through. All right, so now we've got our follower through there. We'll sit it down. I don't have one of those fancy holders for it. I just sit it on the table. And now we can get our key pins out of here. So I'm going to leave the key in it for now. And we'll try to knock them out one at a time if possible. You know what? Let me just take the key out if I can now. And we'll do this that way. So numero one is right here. Let me get my Sparrow's tweezers here. We can grab it and give it a little shimmy out. I'm told that you can just poke them through with a hook. I don't remember who was telling me that the other day. I like to use the key to knock them out sometimes too. The key has actually got some tall ridges on it, and you can use it to bump those things through and out of there sometimes. So get the 401 key out. We'll bump it out. There we go. That's number one. And I'm not the world's fastest gutter, guys. I'm still getting the hang of how to do all this. But I am getting better because I'm finally getting some opens that make it worth popping it apart with. So, thanks for being patient. Anybody who's hanging out while I'm doing the gut down, thank you for hanging with me. I just want to show you the goods and show you that this is part of lock sport. And anybody who has not done this thing before, you stick around. You might learn something for a second. I'll keep moving my finger. I like, as I said, to use the key sometimes to knock it out of there with, if it's got a tall one on it.
It helps get them a little loosened up as you pass by, and that'll help you get one knocked out sometimes. Number 3 still doesn't want to jump all the way, but it's halfway out of there. Always, always. So I'll get them out of there, guys. I'm pretty sure that I could just rearrange these anyway. The key ones aren't really that important to me because I'm really good at just resetting it with the key later and knowing how to line them up if they get out of order. So I honestly don't worry that much about getting them out of order on the way out. It's the ones in the Bible I don't want to mix up. So anyway, it's trying to come out there. We'll just give it a little help. That's number 3. It is a really short one. See, that one's going to go there. Only 2 left, guys. Almost done here. Got that front one. That last one's trying to come out. I'm doing it from the front now, so I'll have to remember that I have the key on this end. I usually do it the other way around, is the reason I'm reminding myself, guys. So thanks for that. Let's see if we can get this guy out of here. I might have to stick a hook down in there really quick to knock her on through. There we go. That's what somebody told me the other day, guys. Just go down the keyhole or the back, and you can knock it out with a hook. Whoever gave me that tip, thank you for that. It does work. M1ck doesn't always listen well to instructions, but as he struggles his way through and finds the best ways and remembers the advice you gave him, he does come back to it. So let's turn all these the right direction to where we've got the round side down, because that's how they work. The one on number 3 does not have a round side, guys. And we'll leave the key sitting over here so we can remember which side it went in, even though I will be able to line them up anyway. You know how it works, guys. I'll be taking pictures, photo ops, and all of that. I'll put it together after the video because I've got too much goodies to do. And then I will show it reassembled later, still opening in the core and all of that good stuff. Yes, it is an ML410 core. I'm hurrying, Labs. I'm hurrying. Yes, Mr. Happy, the front is recessed. That is why you can tell there is a little lip on it. Obviously, on this, it's not that hard to tell, but on the other piece, this one you can't tell as much, but you can tell a little bit. I came from the back. See how the Bible has got a little more room on this side? That's the front. It has no room on the back. It has a little lip on the front. That's how you can tell. Anyway, now we will, Jesus, I'm getting mosquito attacked, guys. Let me kill this mosquito. Dead now. And now we're going to take apart the part that we need to take apart and see what's in this mama jama. So let's go one at a time. And I'll use the shim out of the way instead this time. I got one stuck last time and realized, oh, I've still got my shim in the way. Dumbass move, but it happens. So let's let the first one, spring its way out of there. Yeah, I'll let them go a little wild sometimes, guys, but I do cover the end so the spring and everything doesn't go jumping off into Nowhereville. I prefer it doesn't. And if you can catch it with your pick or with your tweezers like this as it comes down, You won't have to worry about it rocketing out of there like that. That's what I like to do. Don't always remember to do, but that's the preferred method, guys. There's my spring. That spring's seen a little bit of squeezing. So far, we got 2 spools, guys. I know you can't see, so I'm telling you. The first 2 are spools. Number 3 looks to be a spool as well. Just give me 1 second to line it up and get the spring the rest of the way out. There she is. Now we'll go to the next one. I'll try to catch it. I like to catch them on their way down, so I don't hopefully have a rocket. I could go from the other side. Some people do, but I like to just follow all the way through most of the time. My shim is out. The shim's really not important for this part anyway. I do stick it back in there when I'm putting it back together. That's a whole nother story. Let's see if we can catch that bad boy. There she is. So there we go. Oops. You get over here where you belong. Trying to get them all lined up and pretty for you guys. And we're down to the last of the Mohicans. 2 more. Get that spring out. Tried to grab on something. There it is. Spring. Last one. And then the one behind it. 2 more, guys. There's the spring. There is... Oh, there's a barrel in number 5, guys. Number 5 is a serrated. The first 4 are spools. And number 6, we got our plug out. Number 6 is a spool again, guys. So I'll show you the close-up, but in the commentary I will tell you we have 1, 2, 3, 4 spools. Number 5 is a serrated, and then number 6 is a spool again. The difference, though, is these spools are regular spools, not serrated spools like the A1100, guys. So let me bring you guys over for a quick look-see. We'll keep you in frame so you don't lose track of anything. And let me see if I can get down here close enough or lift this up to where you guys can see it without me losing everything. I'm not good at doing this, guys, so I will take my time. Bear with me. Let me turn it sideways so we can keep everything viewable. Oops. Oh, now you want to turn sideways, huh? Anyway, you guys get the idea. There's a little better look at it. 1, 2, 3, and 4 are all spools, left to right. Focus, you damn thing. Let me set it on the edge, guys. Get better light that way for you. Alright, now we can see it good, and I can get down here close for you. We've got spools. Just a big spool party, guys. 1, 2, 3, and 4 are all spools. Number 5 right there. If you see it on the right end of the screen, top corner right, that's a barrel serrated on top there. Hard to tell in this light, and I know, but I'm using a phone camera, so I'll take some good pictures of it after and show them to you guys. and the dog pack and on my Facebook and all that good stuff. But there you go, guys. The gut down is complete on my S1100. That's the second lock we've picked recently. Green belt on my channel live while you guys were hanging. So thanks everybody for coming to hang. We're right at the 3 hour mark. So with that being the case, dinner coming up and me riding the successful high of knocking off another beautiful lock. I'm going to flip the screen, talk to you guys for a minute. I'm going to put the old see you guys next time thing. Oops. And yeah, we will wind it down here in a second, guys. Why does it never want to move when I'm in the middle of this part? Come on, you. There we go. So let's do that. Let's flip around and talk to each other for a moment. And then we will call it a night on the live stream of M1ck. If anybody feels like they want to go live after M1ck, now is the time to let me know. So that I can direct everybody over to you. I'll be happy to send some people your way. But anyway, guys, thank you all. Let me see who's in the chat still. Got a little distracted here. Hey, Lock Guy. Lock Guy, I'll be sending your package out tomorrow, I believe is the right day. Yes, Monday. So, yeah. Sorry about the delay, my guy. I'm about to get that out to you. It's actually sitting on the table behind me right now. Over. That's it right there. If you can see it. That one on the left there. That's you. All packaged up, ready to go. And also, in case you missed it, M1ck just got done. Let me see in the other view here. Picking his black S1100 on live today. So we've got the guts. Oops, sorry. Hard to aim over your shoulder, guys. Anyway, there it is, all gutted and stuff. I'll be showing pictures of it later. You can back the stream up. You can back the stream up. Check it out. You'll know that I got all happy and excited for opening another one. That's 2 green belts on my live that I never opened before, that I have opened in front of you guys now while talking with the pressure on. So M1ck's getting better, guys. Even had the wife calling this stream. It's been a great day. What can I say? So let me set you guys up for a second here. We'll talk for a minute until it's completely time to go. And M1ck will see what you guys are saying in the chat before we call it a night. There we go. Let me tighten you guys back down. Talk to you for a minute. We'll call it a night. Thank you to everybody for coming out to hang out with M1ck tonight. I really appreciate it. You guys rock. Let's see here. Yes, exactly. We got 4 spools and then a lightly serrated. And then that 6th one is another spool. Don't worry, Brett Sucks. I have no intention of entering my own contest, sir. But I am glad that the locks that we used for the contest, that was actually the whole reason I used many of these locks in the contest, is because being at Greenbelt, practicing with these locks, I've been trying to work my way through them too. So that's why they are the ones in the contest. If I'm lucky, really lucky, I'll pick my way through the other 2 that I have that belong in this contest. I've still got a Master Lock 410 Lotto. I have a hard time with plastic cores. We'll try that one next since I got the S1100, guys. And if I'm able, only then when I'm able, I will go back to the naughtiest of naughty critters in my bucket. I've got both of them here, guys. I'll show them real quick for anybody who doesn't know. M1ck's got a 410 Lotto right here. It's black. It looks just like the one we just picked. I won't have to gut it if I can get it open. We'll play with that one next time. I always like to recently I like to add a hard lock at the end of the show and pick and hang out with you guys, and it's making me get better. So we'll continue to pick a hard lock on the show. This is the critter I'm talking about, guys. If I can make it through that 410 lotto, we'll try the Avis 7440. And you know what? Pretty soon I'm also going to make a shot at this one. So maybe we'll try it next. This is the Pack Lock 100A I almost picked tonight. Maybe we'll pick it next and get away from the Masters for a little bit. Master Lock gets enough love on M1ck. We'll give Pack Lock some love next time and try that 100 out. And of course, M1ck will be picking on the 90A Pro. Maybe we'll get it on a live one of these days. You'll see it on video either way, because those never get picked off of camera, guys. I need my 200K and my blue belt. If it pops, you'll get to see it. I promise you. I will share the video with the whole world. You'll never get me to shut up about it. Anyway, I could have entered my own video, but I will not be doing that. It's just in poor taste. But I have been able to pop two for you guys since the contest started, so I'm doing pretty well as a contestant. I think I'm still getting eclipsed by some great pickers, but that's okay. Those guys have been doing this a long time. M1ck's still noobish, so I'm coming up after you guys. I'm coming up after you. We got Lock Guy in the chat. I already said hello, but hey again, Lock Guy. Skip Hambrook, the fun part is reassembly. I'm good at putting them back together, brother. I'll probably have it back together 5 minutes after I hit the end button and already have a video streaming and send you a picture of it, buddy. I'll show you the keyworks again and all of that. I usually don't do that on camera because it bores people. And ever since I got green belt, it's not necessary. So I don't really do the rebuild on camera for any particular reason. So yes, to everyone here, thank you yin yet. Pretty well done. I appreciate it, sir. I was happy to be able to perform under pressure for all of you. It always makes my day to get a live pop. And now that it's happened again, I'm feeling really, really good about myself, guys. That pack lock's been beating my head against the wall. I even didn't touch it yesterday because of how much it's been messing me up. So taking a step back to pick some of these greens shows me that I've actually learned a lot picking that pack lock. And I'm actually getting more of my green opens since I've tried more blue stuff. So it really is making progress. And that's what we try to tell people all the time. Practice, guys. Get you some blisters and calluses going. Do all you can to get some time in when you can. And you'll get your progress too. The opens will come. Um, Thank you, Lock Guy, for the congratulations. Thank you, everybody else, for the congratulations. As I said, we just passed the 3 hour mark. There's still football for me and Papa Mick back there to watch. I gotta smoke one soon to get my nerves back down from all this excitement from popping the lock. And really, guys, thank you for being here for another one of my Hangout lives. If I could just not plan a live and open a lock I've never opened before every time I do a random, that would make life so sweet. It's always the unplanned lives where something cool happens like this. So if you don't get over here for my unplanned lives, you might miss something cool like me opening a green belt. But anyway, I'm really stoked about it, guys. Thank you for coming out. Thanks, everybody. Um, I don't really have much else for you or much else to say today. I'm going to put this little black lock back together and show it to everybody. You guys run out and tell the world M1ck actually did it again. He popped that S1100 live tonight. Green belt slamming. So I'll get that pack lock out of here soon, guys. Blue belt's coming. Challenge lock build stuff is coming. I got a ton of great mail on the way this week. My friends have been sending me some goodies to show off to you guys. I will be doing all of that. Thank you to Mr. Happy and Skip for being here. You guys are some of my most close inner support team. Thank you to G Key Man as well. G Key Man, I'd be lost without you, sir. You always got my back. And to all my friends, Yin Yet, Lock Guy, Brett Sucks at brettsucks.com.org, .greatbritanuk.com, .net. Thanks for being here. Also, let's see. Let me scroll back. Labs, you're a great guy, a great picker, and you're good luck, buddy. It seems like when you're around, M1ck's popping locks more often. So let's keep that going, brother. Me and you will be together for life. I'm just being silly, but I do love you, man. And I am still going to send you this Georgia Gym American 1100. That much I promise you. I'm looking forward to your interview. Maybe my interview with 69 will be out sometime soon, guys. So look forward to that. It might be out already. Lockpicker 1969's YouTube is where you will find it. I will share it back to a playlist here whenever I do find it. I'll go look around after this. And let me make sure. Elijah, thank you for coming by, sir. I'm still small enough sometimes, guys, to roll back and thank everybody. So that's what I'm doing. Dean P, my brother from the dog pack. Woo! And brother from another mother on the west side. Thank you for coming through, Dean P. I always love to have you here. Maybe we'll get to see you live a little bit later tonight. Maybe we will, maybe we won't. We'll see. Let's see, make sure I'm not missing anybody else. Oh, yeah, to whoever was asking me earlier in the chat about whether or not I was sober, thank you for dropping by, questioning my sobriety in a friendly way. Yes, I am as sober as I can be, and I am enjoying life. I am high on a lock pop. And I think that covers all my thank yous to everybody, guys. So have a great night. M1ck will see you soon. I'll probably have some cool mail for you tomorrow. But you guys get out there, pop some locks, and happy picking. I'll see you next time. I gotta call my wife back.